crowning moment. 12 strong team.
Welcome to Marco Simone, the host of the 2023 Ryder Cup, and in a first today, the 12th edition of the Junior Ryder Cup will be played at the host venue. There's zero doubt that playing here in Italy the day before it all kicks off really will be an unforgettable experience for the next generation of the world's best as it makes its TV debut as well. We're thrilled to take you through it. It all takes place over 3 days this year instead of 2 for the very first time. 36 holes of foursomes on Tuesday, as well as 18 of mixed four balls yesterday, were completed at Golf Nazionale, about 45 minutes northwest of here. David Howell in the commentary box with myself, Ali Whitaker. David, isn't this just such a remarkable opportunity for these players?
Oh, isn't it just? I mean, can you imagine still a junior golfer, and here you are, Marco Simone, that the crowd's filling up the grandstand on the first, just about to watch you tee off. It's an absolutely monumental day for these kids, and it's amazing. Some of the best. This is the future. We are seeing the future of the Ryder Cup possibly right here before our eyes. Some of these will make the team.
This is it. So these, the aforementioned days as we roll on through. So it was same-sex foursomes on the morning of Tuesday, and the advantage went to Europe in 4-2. But then into the afternoon, things were all squared up by the US, who only trailed in one match. That second out there, they were very strong in the bottom end. And in the mixed foursomes there, it went to 6-6. But then yesterday happened. Look at that, a clean sweep. All 6 matches went the way of Europe, who are looking for their first win in the Junior Ryder Cup since 2004. So some remarkable golf being played out there this week. And this is what we have to look forward to. 12 singles matches. Anna Davis leading things off for the USA. But it's going to be so good to see some of these players on our screens for the very first time. So earlier on today, this is match number 1. It's Anna Davis, who won the Augusta National Women's Amateur, I should say, from Spring Valley, California. She got things underway over Rocio Tejado out in that first match, so they're leading things out. This was at 12 for Eagle, snagged an edge, and she'd go one up there. The match has been pretty tight, but Davis has always had the advantage. And Tejado, look at that, look at the passion. That was at 13 to tie up the match. So it is very close out there at the moment.
Chris Kim in the 4th game of the day. Second shot to the 10th, looking for his 4th birdie of the day. What can he find? Finds a cracker. Stone dead, pretty much there for the young Englishman.
Out in game at 5, it's Clement versus Ortengren. This to win the hole at the 9th. And she would go 2 up to Europe. Currently 1 up at the moment. Nice there from the Swede.
Andrea Rivalta, this one for a birdie on the 6th to win the hole, already 3 up. Down the hill and in. Wonderful start from the young Spanish lady.
Hunter, you played this, Hunter Mahan, in the box with us for the first time. You played this in 1999. We're looking at the next decade of talent to come, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We just we're watching the match 10 here. Sean Keeling just hit a driver up on the green about 20 feet to tie that match. It's so exciting to see these young players in these big situations on the in the biggest stage in golf coming up. They have to be so excited and just blown away by this opportunity.
Yeah, you played in this and then you went on to play 3 Ryder Cups. It bodes well, doesn't it, for the career of you here? You look at these players as we roll through, you can see Europe very much so in control at the moment. They only need 15.5 points to take it over 30 possible points coming our way over the 3 days. But some names we will come to know without doubt. Lev Grinberg, you can see, we've already seen him on the DP World Tour playing in Belgium. Young 15-year-old. So let's get you out to the live action. Tejado's in the left rough. This is Anna Davis at 15.
Tough par 4, the 15th, up the hill. And there you can see the out-of-bounds stakes. That's from the 14th, so nothing to worry there. But that one finds the medium cut of rough there. That's going to be going to need a real heave out of there to make its way up the hill to the green.
So out to 13 with Connor Graham. And we hear there's been a concession there to Jay Lang Jr. out in that second match. So Europe still one up. Down to the 11th in game 5, Clement.
Just a short par 4. Right-hand pin position today. Trying to get some spin on this one, bring it back down the slope, which she does beautifully.
Yeah, a name to watch. Has already Monday qualified for a couple of LPGA events. She's just 15 years old.
Yeah, a lot of these kids, I said kids is fine, isn't they? They're young. I mean, it's under 18s junior golf, but 15, 16, how good are they?
It's incredible. The maturity and sort of the passion that they have and the skill set at such a young age is just blowing. You know, it's kind of crazy to kind of watch.
And Maya Otengren, one of only 2 undefeated players. Chris Kim as well has gone 2.5 points from 3. She's gone for 3 from 3 in her last 3 matches. Remarkable.
Awkward angle here, just coming over the sprinklers there. There you see it, great view. Sort of knuckle in front of her. Looks like she's going to play a bump and run. And she has. Can she judge that? Oh, she can. That's a very, very nice shot. Get inside your opponent from there was a real bonus.
It's been a big fortnight for Maya. Played in the Junior Solheim Cup last week in Spain.
Not much school going on. No? No.
I'm sure they're slipping in some homework at nights.
No.
So, Tejado, see what the lie's like. The rough is thick this week.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a really good insight into what you know the guys are going to face tomorrow, isn't it? This first cut of rough or second, really, really juicy. And then you can see just behind the young lady, the thick stuff. It's there to catch the wide. A muscular, a hybrid or a fairway wood here. Difficult shot hunter up the hill.
Yes, no doubt about it. We saw the ball just kind of fall into this thick rough and just disappear. She's got a wood in her hand. Very aggressive play,
to say the least.
That's bad caddying right there. I don't know what happened. That is a great example of what we're going to see this week, and maybe these shots are something that these amateurs and these junior players have really never seen before. Lies and rough like that.
Yeah, a tough ask for the junior golfers to play on a Ryder Cup course that's going to start tomorrow, set up the way it is. I mean, look at that. The ball's just not coming out whatsoever. Very strong grass here at Marco Simone. The blades of grass are as thick as you'll ever see.
Well, the fairways and greens are absolutely in immaculate condition. I mean, walking the golf course, there isn't just a bad blade of grass, and clearly that they've gotten this course in an unbelievable shape. Great opportunity, but great challenges all over the place.
I thought you were a little bit harsh on Alessandro, the caddy there, by the way. He was just wandered up from the village to carry the bag round. But anyway, maybe we'll have a word with him later. But going again with the same club here. This one's made more progress. Oh, hasn't it just up you come? Oh, well done. Well, fantastic recovery there.
Just trickles back down the tee, but at least she's got to look at it. It's been so close. She's never been up in this match, Tejado. Looks a little better for Anna Davis.
Yeah, you've got to take your medicine, haven't you, from this first cut. You get too carried away, and it can really go on the road. Steady.
She might want to hit it off there if it stays there rather than the rough. That's how lush it is.
Meanders away. It's quite hilly, this place. That could go on for a while.
You can see the difference in lies, right? She had to kind of lay up, and her partner got to be able to run something up there. It's going to be really interesting to see the difference in lies from just a few feet, and the difference in the shots that players are going to be sort of allowed to play or going to risk playing, knowing that if this goes awry, it's going to be, it could be the end of the hole.
Yeah, it's not often we see professional golf, talking about tomorrow onwards, as well as with this insight that we're getting today, where the fairways are such a premium nowadays.
It's going to be interesting if players watch this, right? If they, kind of get some knowledge just from watching kids play in this format.
That can only be one. Miles Russell, the lefty. Anthony Wall out with this match. Morning, Anthony.
Thanks, Ali. This is a thrill, let me tell you. Just 225 the front, so he can get there. This will need to kick left. Chris Kim is an impressive player. He actually comes from Walton Heath, very close to where I live in southern England, and he just about wins everything in the boys' game. He's the star of the future, absolutely no question. Good lie in the bunker. Little hybrid, he can fly that all the way. This will be a popular bunker, I have no doubt, come Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's not really carryable for probably 2/3 of the field. So a big hit to here for Chris. But this is all about the strike. If he can just pop this up over the lip, he should be able to reach the green.
Well, it was a good effort. Maybe just got a grain or two of sand before the ball, but that one disappears into the heavy rough again. This is going to be a common theme this week, I fancy.
Well, no fear, right? These players are just hacking it out of the rough, out of fairway bunkers, hybrids. I mean, just a super aggressive play. It's so fun to see. They have no fear, and they feel like they can hit any shot at any time.
That's a game fine, Otengren. Chance for a birdie at 11, and it goes.
There's a lot of blue on the board, Hunter. Just to mention, European going very well in these early stages of this final day.
So Otengren goes 2 up, back to the third of Anna Davis. Did eventually stop rolling, found the green. So they're both there in 3.
Kind of a golf course you never feel you're really out of, right? I mean, she hit it 5 feet. Now they're in the same place. Now they've got 2 par putts, and she's still in the hole.
Yeah, interesting drop there into the heavy grass. I was with you, Ali. I thought she might have taken it off the tight lie.
She played a lot of golf the last few months, quarterfinals in the US Amateur as well, played to a very high level, even in her young career. It's just 17, Anna Davis. This to Gross to win the hole at the 10th over Lev Grinberg.
Big putt by the American, rolled it in, goes 1 up. The comeback is on.
Here we go. Yeah, just getting some momentum there. Some red on the board.
Out to 13, the short par 3, Jana Wilson. 16-year-old who won the Mizuho Americas Open this summer that was co-sanctioned with the LPGA. Michelle Wee's event. I'm sure she'll be very proud.
Yeah, so she should be. We'll see a lot of birdies here over the course of the next 4 days. It's a simple par 3, the 13th. And yeah, interesting green, but it's only a wedge, even for these players. So
this really is a great preview, isn't it, of what's to come Friday through Sunday. Our first full look at the course. We had the Celebrity Challenge yesterday, but they played kind of a shortened little course. We're hopping all around the layout. Didn't play at 1 through 18 like we will today, all night. All 12 matches, as you can see, already out on the golf course. And that's Miles Russell down there. Chris Kim in this group. You can see him standing there. Wally, do you know his mum, Ji Hyun Soo? She was one of the pioneers from the LPGA back in the 1990s, pre-Sayuri Pak. So he comes from quite the pedigree, doesn't he?
incredible. I have to be honest. No, I wasn't aware of that until you mentioned that this morning, but he's a brilliant player, he really is. He's got presence about him, which is interesting to see for someone so young. This actually is not too bad here. They've actually both got quite good lies. You just got to sort of carry the lip of the front of the green. It will kick forward. Spends a lot of time in Southern England with a coach called Greg Brodie. He's worked with him for many years at Reed School, where he's grown up. At 20 miles outside of London, and there you go. Just quality once more.
Yeah, that was a wonderful shot, Anthony, wasn't it? Just flopped it up into the air, brought it down softly. Almost stone dead.
And I was surprised to see this with Russell. I thought this ball would be lying quite poorly, but actually it's sitting on top. Which, having walked the last couple of days with the golfers, just to sort of see how the course is playing, and this is the first one I've seen that's almost sat on top of the grass for Russell. He's still got to sort of carry the downslope, otherwise it could get away from him. He could do with holding this.
Yeah, never easy when you're under so much pressure. You know, 5 down and only 7 to play. You know the last rights are coming. Needed a miracle there, didn't quite happen.
Over to the match of Jana Wilson and Helen Bream, who has a birdie putt. First of these two. This is high right. Took out the girls junior, the German, earlier this summer over in the UK. Certainly a player to watch. NC Mehmet out following along these two for us as well. Nice and sunny for you out there, NC.
Oh, Alison, it's a gorgeous day out here. It really is, living the dream. And it just feels as though in the last couple of holes, momentum has shifted. When I joined the group earlier, Bream was 3 up and she's just lost the last 2 holes. So especially if this goes in, which is a breaking putt off her left, a fantastic birdie opportunity, the match could go back to all square.
The US fighting back in a number of these matches.
They are, and the running scoreboard on the right-hand side, when it's all those chunks of blue and then a red pops up, it changes fast, doesn't it?
It does change fast, and this is kind of a pivotal match, right? Get it back to all square. All of a sudden, everyone else kind of sees that. Just slid it off the left side. Looks like she was waiting for it to break.
She's number 2 in the Rolex AJGA rankings. Clement is number 1. They've brought their best out this week. Hannah Davis in number 3. It's quite the program they have over there in the US. Hunter, you would have been a part of it?
Yes, yeah, I was AJGA Player of the Year in 1999. No big deal.
We'll talk about that throughout the week.
We'll talk about that.
He got that in early, didn't he?
We'll move that. We'll talk about that later. It's no big deal.
Little on this for par ahead of Bream.
It's funny, you said about junior golf. I couldn't win my junior medal because the young lad who was 2 years younger than me was way better. So everyone has their own journey to the tour. Many of these youngsters will find their way onto the tours around the world. Some won't. You know, that's the way it works out. But many will, I'm sure.
So to stay 1 down, which she does, that hole tied up. Both these players, Wilson and Bream, they're at Finca Courtesan last week. An incredible 2 weeks of golf ahead of them. What an opportunity.
Yeah, quite remarkable, isn't it? Back-to-back weeks. I mean, you get the first invite and the second one comes along. Amazing.
Talking about the Junior Solheim Cup, over to 12. Birdie putts ahead of both Russell and Kim here.
Russell, oh, big putt right there. Kind of keeps the pressure on Kim. Can hopefully he's got to hope for a few miracles coming in here.
Davis in the first game for bogey, for a tie. Putting through the shadows never easy, and not to be that one. one up to the Europeans. Just the 3 holes to go. We're going to get a good look at this final closing stretch, which is great news.
Certainly are. Tejado up for the very first time in that match as well. Back to Kim is to tie the hole, stay 5 up.
Solid up and down there. Keeps the pressure on Miles. He knows he has to be nearly flawless coming down the stretch here. These are probably the 2 maybe best players playing against each other, which is so cool, and so many opportunities to do that in these tournaments, and it's so cool. It makes these guys so much better.
Over to Connor Graham at 14. So it sounds as though the US have taken that one with a par.
Holding 4.
Yeah, and these youngsters, they won't have seen rough like this, you know, in their journeys around the globe or their individual countries. This is a really tough test, there's no doubt.
Revelta, partners laid up. Opponent, I should say, second on the way. For the Spaniard. Lives in Madrid. Nice shot. Got quite a little program, actually, the Spanish Golf Federation in Madrid. A lot of players going straight from there over to college. She's headed for Stanford. Well, the amateur game, there's so much up for grabs these days. That's how it looks at the moment. Remember that Europe need just 3.5 points to win the Junior Solheim Cup for the first time since 2004, back when Rory was in the team. And you can see they're up in 5 matches so far. The US up in 2. It's a pleasure to have you with us here on day 3, the singles of the 12th Junior Ryder Cup. A lot of matches still that could go either way. Over to Chris Kim out at 13.
136 yards. Probably just got a wedge. Oh, flew it right at it. Did he get the slope? It's trying, but it was a great shot right there.
Nicholas Gross here for a putt to half the hole on the 11th. Yeah, pops that one straight in the middle. It's a tighter match than it appears on the scoreboard. Those blues, they're only 1 up. If they turn round, you never know, Hunter.
Well, the kids aren't giving any putts, are they? So there's nothing good going to be good. They're going to have to anticipate finishing everything out so far.
Back to Miles Russell at 13.
Needs a birdie. Of that, there's no doubt. Needs the finish of his life. A young man. Fast this one in there very nicely. Good shot. Chance for the 2.
Won the Junior Players Championship earlier this summer. Got a nice little video from Scotty Scheffler as well, how much that would mean to him. There's the view. You can see the first right in the heart of the heart of the picture. 16, the short par 4, further in the distance. It's a pretty layout today.
It is, and that's a lot of infrastructure as well, isn't it, out there? It's just got bigger and bigger, this championship, over the years. So great for the kids now to be part of it on the Thursday. The warm-up to the Ryder Cup. It's going to be fantastic.
There it is from overhead. And the condition, Hunter, of this place is just insane.
You can't overstate how perfect it is, and it's an incredible venue. And the weather's so amazing. Guys are going to really get to go out there and just play and be aggressive.
Not thrilled with this one, Tejado. Currently 1 up over Anna Davis for now. We'll see where that ends up.
A shot she probably hasn't practiced this week. She's up on the hill. She's gonna have to. The water's gonna be facing her. She's gonna be straight down. It's gonna be a very difficult shot.
Yeah, 1 up, 3 to play. Big day. A lot of pressure. No doubt about that. 10 out to lead the team. And that one just got away from her somewhat.
She's definitely been watching pro golf. That's what golfers, that's what pros do right there. That was elite level of letting the club go.
Yeah, got the timing right.
Yes,
Just,
it was
just
excellent.
in front of you,
Absolutely.
2 steps in front, nowhere to walk.
Yes.
Back to the AJGA #1, Miles Russell.
Interesting moment as this game starts to close. But Chris Kim coming down the hill, normally a really swift putt. In true match play terms, one he doesn't really need to go for. Russell has a good chance up the hill, but he will need to hole, I feel. So this is just take your chance down the right and just see if you can drop it in the side door. Don't be giving anything away at this point. You've done all this hard work to now.
Well, not his best. These are good players, so he'll have expected better than that in the circumstances.
Well, Tangren, a couple of putts here to win the hole at 12. This for eagle. Should be enough to do it, though. She's up over Gianna Clement. She's the US #1. It's amazing that the men's and women's, or boys and girls, you could say, both of the #1s 14 and 15 years old.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable, isn't it? It really is.
Speaking of, Russell to win the hole.
Yeah, well, Kim has a little bit left to do. This is right to left, Ali, but I don't think it's going to break as much as it looks. So easy to hang this one out up that top side. But uphill, so we'll be aggressive with this.
Just what you want ringing in your ears if you're an American while you're trying to putt.
Well, it's, yeah, somewhat intimidating, but fantastic, isn't it?
They're getting the full experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. That's real life right there. Very cool.
I remember turning the corner at Oakland Hills, playing with Paul Casey in my first match, and I heard this USA in the distance. What's that? I couldn't work it out, and the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Amazing.
To go 6 up here, Revelta at the 9th.
The early fist putt.
I think she's quite happy that dropped. Building herself quite a large lead over Riley Knobb out there. Seems to be enjoying it, as they should. Tester here for Chris Kim.
Well, in match play, when you've got the advantage, you've got to put your foot down, haven't you? Hold that advantage. No, give not 1 inch, Hunter.
I think they forgot that they can give putts and just keep it going here. I mean, it's funny. These kids are they're fighting for everything, which is so neat, right? Like, no matter what the team is, they're going to fight for every point.
He had to fight for the boys' championship. Went to the 38th hole over in Ganton in Yorkshire earlier this summer. Quite the player, Chris Kim.
English boys, British boys. Do we know?
R&A, yeah.
R&A, yeah, the boys. Very good. Some good names on that trophy.
Any
Right.
opportunity, you two. Okay, so that match will keep on going for now. Kim 5 up with 5 to play. Off they go to the dogleg left 14th.
Difficult as well, isn't it? 5 down, 5 to place. The kind of day you never want to end as well, isn't it? You want to stay out there just as long as you can. Show your skills to the masses.
1 up down the last is the ideal. See all 18 over to Haydo. Up on high at 16, the short par 4.
Really tough shot, boy. She was about a foot away from being an incredible shot. It was actually a great effort there.
Yeah, the bailout on 16 left is not a great place to be if you want to get up and down in 2. It's an intriguing hole, that one down the hill.
That's the action back on the first. There'll be lots of practice from both Team Europe and Team USA for the Ryder Cup. This to win the hole ahead of Anna Davis. After the troubles of Tejado.
Well, you have to think if the US have got much chance today, this match needs to turn round over these final 3 holes. Could it start here? Possibly.
That's great effort from that distance. Still, Tejado's got the pressure on her.
Yeah, so a putt to tie the hole coming for Tejado. Call it 4 feet. A little bit of a tester.
The crowds are the galleries are practicing. You can, yeah.
Practice day for everyone except for the Junior Ryder Cup players.
It's been quiet all morning out there, I think, and all of a sudden the players started coming out, and all of a sudden the fans did, and you can start to feel it, and I think these players can feel it too. It's very cool.
Well, this would be a bad way to lose the 16th to a par. Reachable in 1, of course, so this one needs to find a bottom of the cup to keep the advantage.
Yeah, which only built herself down 15, has trailed pretty much the entire day. Horacio Tejado. They all know each other. She played the Vagliano with Helen Bream at Royal Dornoch. It's quite a close crew. The Europeans travel all around the continent. Wow.
Wow, that one goes back to ties. 2 to play. We will see the 18th in this first match, which is nice for us. Not so good for Tejado, who was looking to close things out.
Don't want to give Anna Davis any kind of look as well. Strong player, so they're tied with 2 left. Connor Graham to try and go 1 up here at 15. Over Jay Lang Jr., which he does.
More blue on the board there, Ali.
Over to the undefeated Ortengren at the 13th. Only 117 yards.
Just right of it.
Part of the winning Swedish team at the Amateur Teams Championship, the Worlds. Golf National, Le Golf National. Nice shot in there. Didn't come back down.
Yeah, it looks like the ball's going to track backwards there, and it's just not doing it.
Watching Chris Kim's putt go so fast past the hole, you thought there was a pretty good slope there. The Irishman, Sean Keeling. Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
Yeah, brilliant. He won the Scottish Boys in April. You can pick the theme, can't you? Everybody here has won something to make their way to the Junior Ryder Cup. How about Gianna Clement? She's a 3-time world champ herself.
Maybe that's why. Absolutely down the banner, that one.
Needs to change the momentum right here and get back in this match. It's so cool, all the huge events these juniors get to play in. It's incredible.
Helen Bream, this for par to win the hole, to go 2 up in a match over Jana Wilson.
It's tracking right in the middle. And Stephen Gallagher, the captain, will be delighted to see that go from 1 to 2 up. Always want that extra bit of breathing space.
Reminds me a little of Anne Van Dam, Solheim Cup player, similar kind of physique. She's 6'3", Helen Bream. And knocks it in there, you can see. She's now 2 up out in match number 3 over Jana Wilson, who's a formidable opponent, number 2 in the US. And it makes for a pretty reading right now, but it is a little closer perhaps than we thought it might be, given the 6-point lead of Europe coming into today's day 3 singles at Marco Simone. So some small margins out there. Out in the opening match, it's all tied with Anna Davis to the tee at 17.
Anna Davis in the par 3 here. 177, just kind of straight, very straight hole, skinny green. Great shot in there. Gonna put the pressure on Diana. She really needs, if the US has any chance to get back in this, she's gonna have to win this. She needs the full point.
Quite the story. She and her brother, twin brother Billy, both teeing it up this week. We'll see more of Billy as the day progresses. He's further down the order.
For a win on 13. Yeah,
All right.
confidently struck.
Right in the middle.
So the margin cut to 2 as they head to 14. She's never been up in that much, Clement. Over to 17. First look at the long par 3.
Not a great reply. Couldn't quite find the putting surface there, so that's advantage USA, no doubt.
About 12 feet or so ahead of Anna Davis for birdie. To win the hole with an eagle at 9, Sean Keeling.
The putt going, I mean, right in the middle. You can tell how emotional these guys are. They're so excited to have this competition and perform in front of these fans and perform really in front of the, you know, sort of other Ryder Cuppers. So I think it's such an incredible experience for these guys.
And the 9th, right where all the people come in as well.
Just 9-iron for Kim. Playing partner, opponent, I should say, has laid up, so he'll be playing his 3rd. So anything inside 20 feet will be just nice.
Yeah, holds on to the first cut. Shouldn't be too much problem for Kim from there in a dominant position in this match. Just trying to close things out and go back and support his teammates. Or wander back and watch Rory McIlroy play the first. You never know. Where were you, dude? Well, Rory's playing.
Just giving Rory some tips on the golf course, what I thought and saw today. You know, just going to help the team out.
You can see the little walk after with the right foot coming down the hill, always trying to get your momentum down the slope.
This course is quite hilly, right? You have a lot of kind of awkward shots, and he played it beautifully. He just kind of went with the slope and didn't go against it.
The aforementioned Billy Davis, twin brother of Anna, who's out in the opening match. First time that's ever happened, a brother and sister combo. They're both going to Auburn as well. They're both number 3 in the AJGA rankings. Quite the family.
Very cool for them to be a part of this together, and their parents must be so proud. That's really a cool experience.
Yeah, quite remarkable, isn't it? What's the chances? I mean, you get your kids into golf and they both are brilliant. It's fantastic. Reminiscent of the Højgaards, of course.
Davis in close, remember. So Tejado really needs to try and apply what little pressure she will be able to from over there.
Pin or nothing, this one looks like, doesn't it? It's kind of glory. Very, very fast when this ball lands.
Well played, well played. Use the slope accordingly, let the ball come back and let it roll back. And it still has a putt to win the hole.
Off the downslope, Hunter, to this back flag. Tough to really control that.
Hasn't done much trailing. Certainly doing so out there today, but had a 7-shot win at the Junior PGA earlier this summer. 7 shots. He's one of the junior players. He is a bit of a phenom, but currently struggling to Chris Kenny's fine down. Lang Jr. out playing Connor Graham. Out at 16 to tie the hole, he does.
Wow. Tie the hole after big putt right there. Keeps the U.S. in it. There's no doubt about it. The U.S. is still in it, still fighting like heck. So very cool.
Back to the drama of 17. This to take a one stroke lead. Of course, it's a 1-hole advantage coming to the last for Davis. A quick 1-2 on 16 and 17 if this goes in.
Would guarantee herself at least half a point.
Yeah, she knows she needs the full point though. This is cool. This is pressure. Still has a chance. That was a good, I mean, good hole. I just couldn't make the putt. Her partner got a good read, though, off of that.
Really,
for sure.
really good read. Which is to your advantage, of course, but then it's all on you, isn't it, as well? You know the line. Can you execute? Big moment coming up.
The Ryder Cup venue, all of the boom cams out there as well. It's quite the scene for the Junior Ryder Cup. Down to Chris Kim.
Yeah, the crowds have just sort of continued to build. It's been nice out here. Ali, this is reasonably difficult. Aiming miles right, Kim. Just letting it feed all the way down.
The courage of a young man. I mean, just flipping the wedge. I know I would have putted that. I mean, I wouldn't even thought about trying to chip that. I mean, just this youth is so aggressive, you know, no fear.
Yeah, and there's heavy contouring around these greens, so you see what looks innocuous actually in reality can be quite challenging.
This needed for Tejado to tie the hole, to head down the last square.
Oh, that's awesome. That's toughness right there, right? That's mental toughness. After a few bad shots in a row, she comes back. She knows she's still in the match. And it all comes down to the last hole, which is going to be a great experience for these players.
They're going to see all 18 down to the 14th green, though, with Miles Russell and Anthony.
Yeah, up the hill. Shame he missed the fairway. This would have been nice if it had been for a 3. Could have had a real go at this, but obviously this, you would think, would have to go in. Not dissimilar to 13, actually. He almost could hang it out on that right side if he overborrows this, but this is quite a slow putt, always has been. Big hill to go up.
Oh, it's a great try from the young man there. Just kisses the top edge. A wry grimace more than a smile, I would suggest.
It's amazing how much matches can kind of get away from you before you even know it. You're 3 or 4 down and you feel like you haven't gotten warmed up yet.
Kim now with 2 putts to win the match. We're going to see both, but that should be good enough for a handshake, good enough for another point on the board for Europe. It's a 5-4 victory, going the way of England's Chris Kim.
Yeah, wonderful victory for the young man from just out the outskirts of London. Big smile on the face, quite right too. Wonderful experience comes to an end for him, but he can enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the week, I'm sure, as well.
And he'll do so undefeated.
Yeah, what a feeling. Absolutely fantastic. A name for the future, I think there, no doubt about it.
To tie the hole for birdie, Lev Grimberg, he's 1 down. So there you go. Nice shot in, it must have been, or a nice putt from Nicholas Gross, who now goes 2 up. Out in match number 6.
2 putts to win, I should say, for Revalta here. Already 6 up. This game's, well, not the, there we go, and it's a gimme. So definitely going Europe's way, this one. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the stroll.
So point number 1 on the board. It goes the way of Europe. They've been incredibly strong out in that 4th match as well. Debatably 2 of the best players for each team, just 14 and 15 years old. It's amazing to think of what is coming next. So after that 5-4 victory, he was in control all day. Chris Kim is with Josh Antman.
Thanks very much, Ali. We just looked at the leaderboard and Chris Kim just said, all blue, pretty cool. Chris, you're unbeaten as well this week, but talk us about today's match. How did it go?
I mean, we played really well. I mean, good caddy. I think I got lucky. But yeah, I mean, I just kept it on the fairway because the rough is so thick around here. But yeah, fairways, greens, and then managed to hold some putts.
How exciting has the last 3 days been for you?
It's been, I think, the best time of my life. I mean, it's such an experience to be out here and play this course in such good conditions. I mean, can't really get much better than this.
Now, your mum is here somewhere. I've seen her walk in. She played on the LPGA in the 90s, Jihan. Did she give you any advice? And who was more nervous, you or her, this week?
Probably her, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, she just said, stay calm, keep to your processes. I think you just do the same as you do on like Christmas week or something when you're practicing.
Chris, well played this week. Go and watch the other games. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
I think we'll be seeing a lot more of this face to come in European golf, perhaps even worldwide.
And maybe sooner than you think too, right? Like, I mean, these are young people and they're on the spotlight for the first time, but they could be in this position at the Ryder Cup much quicker than we ever really think in just maybe 3 or 4 years. You never know.
Down the 18th to Haydo.
Reachable in 2, if you can find the fairway. All square, tied up. Skips down the hill. This is an absolute rocket of a drive for the European.
I think, you know, a great sign of things that come with these fairways, right? That she just missed that bunker. Now she's got another 50, 60 yards. The difference between a good shot and then a great shot and a great opportunity is the difference is just that much.
I think it just skirted past the ball of Anna Davis as well. We'll get confirmation on where her drive ended up as we go to Jana Wilson, who's 2 down in a match to Helen Bream. This to win the hole at 15.
Oh, yes. Poured it in the middle. U.S. That was aggressive putt there. Had to have it.
The margins are fine. Jackson Bird, familiar last name, Hunter.
Yes, the son of Jonathan Bird, 5-time winner on tour. He's here this week watching his son. Oh, poured right in the middle. Big putt right there from Jackson. Keeps it tied through 9.
Yeah, playing against Giovanni Benaghi, whose father also played on the DP World Tour for many, many years. So that'll be a fun walking outside the ropes for those two following their sons.
Why not just? Yes, you can see them there in that final match. In fact, the last 3 are all tied right now. Seeing a couple of margins come up. Look at Andrea Rivelta, who is 7 up through 10 over Riley Knobb. Hails from Florida. So good to see these players on our screens for the very first time. Truckloads of talent coming in the next 10 years of world golf. Couple of matches though hang in the balance. 4 that are only 1 up the way of Europe right now. A number of them tied. They're only 2.5 points away from victory. Remember, Europe as we go to the 16th tee. NC Mehmet's back there somewhere.
It's a beautiful hole. It's a drivable par 4 as well, so a bit of risk and reward to play. You've got water short, you've got 2 bunkers left, and to be honest, you've got to be careful of where you miss. This long left is a no-go zone. Everything's downhill. You're playing back towards the water, but it's a flag you've got to go for. Playing yardage 223 yards, ideally looking to cut this one in.
Oh, just watching that ball disappear just sinks your heart a little bit. I mean, that is going to be a brutal shot over the bunker to a downhill green. Yeah, she knows she's in trouble.
Yeah, I would have thought Bream's a little bit in between club here. I mean, you've got playing yardage 223. The front of the green is about 117 yards, and she's got quite a high ball flight, so it will play to her favour. Once again, you just want to stare it down, a little high fade, get the ball sticking sooner than later is the shot you want.
Yeah, hybrid. It's a long par 3 for these players, really, as it is for the men. Once the Ryder Cup starts, everyone's going at this green, trying to find it, and that's awkward as well. And all these players having a bailing out somewhat and getting punished.
So Anna Davis, you can see the ball. She's already played her second laid up. So Tejado with an opportunity here down the last.
Biggest shot of her life to date, one has to say. Well, safe side, greenside bunker in 2 is no bad thing on a par 5. Fancy her chances of making a 4 from there. Water stares you in the face, Hunter, down the last, doesn't it, on the left-hand side?
It's quite an image when you look down that hole and you just see that water where it is.
Third shot we hear for Conor Graham, down 17 in his match against Sibling Junior. So trouble for Europe. And that might just tie things up. It sounds like it has, as they go down the 18th.
Yeah, intriguing match. Had a 3-up lead at one point early in the day, and then they actually even 4-up after 5. So to go back to all square with the last is not great for the European there. Conor Graham work to do on the last.
Keeling. Oh, Keeling to win the hole. Take a...
Europe win the hole in 4.
1 up.
I see what you did there, Hunter.
If you're not confident, just wait. I'm sure someone will spew the correct answer out.
Thought you were giving the referee his moment then.
He should have had his moment. This is cool. This is right. And if you're these kids, might as well play 18 holes. Might as well see the whole golf course, right? How often do you get to play the Ryder Cup course the day before the Ryder Cup? See it all. Enjoy it.
Davis, third to the last. Taking dead aim at this pin. Looking for the birdie.
Not a bad shot, but her partner being just in that greenside bunker there definitely gives her an opportunity to take control of this match and win another point for Team Europe.
Yeah, I mean, big experience for all these guys and girls, isn't it? Cameras, crowds, big golf course, everything new to most of them. Fantastic experience. Will stand them in good stead moving forward.
She's played Augusta National and won there as well.
What am I talking about? She's an old hat.
Playing in the right rough already, down at 18. Conor Graham launching there.
Good speed through the ball.
Yeah, their swings are so aggressive, right? They're so fluid. They're just so strong. It's just incredible to see. And then we saw another drive here on 18. We're going to see a lot this week. The ball rolling 30, 40 yards from where it lands.
225 yards to the front from that red cross you might have just saw on the fairway.
This looked horrid ahead of Helen Bream, NC.
I'll tell you what, she's got lucky with the lie. It's a great lie for her. The ball's sitting up like a peach, but it'll be very easy to get under this and the ball to finish up in the bunker.
Oh my word. Folks, you have no idea how good that is. That is incredible from there. Incy with a very positive outlook over that shot, saying it was a good lie. I mean, that's an incredible shot.
That was about all she had.
Oh my gosh.
Down to 18 in the bunker to Haydo. You can see the ball of Davis. Call it 30 feet for her birdie. This, the third though, for the Spaniard.
Plenty of room to work with. Maybe under the circumstances, just want to take a bit of extra sand and let this one run out to the hole. Just for a moment.
Just for
Exciting,
a moment, yes.
wasn't it?
Well played, good shot.
I mean, they're going to have big futures, a lot of these players, but that glory moment in these circumstances would be nice as well, wouldn't it?
Over to Revelta. Just on the high side. Seven up. Look at the lead that she's built herself over Riley Knobb out there. Back to Wilson, her second. Hang on.
I think she tried to slow the ball down by going in the rough, and it just skipped kind of through. I mean, this is the challenge of this hole. It's really a risk-reward hole.
For the birdie on 18, Davis. To guarantee half a point. Well, not to be, and maybe not quite inside the circle of friendship there.
We haven't seen many circle of friendships this week, have we?
Back to Yana Wilson at 16.
Yeah, challenging. This heavy rough around the greens and the contours of the greens makes it very, very difficult. Just coming unstuck there, unfortunately.
Needs a putt or she might be 2 down with 2 to play. Down to 18, chance to win the match for Tejado.
It's a nice length putt to have, Hunter. Long enough for the glory, but not so stressful if you miss.
I was just thinking that I didn't know how to interpret it the correct way, and you nailed it there. Great opportunity for her. Losing 16 and coming back on 17 and making that big par putt and having the putt here to win on 18 in front of these fans, in front of her family. Very, very cool. My gosh, I think she hit a good putt there. Just didn't go in, and she will be marking. I mean,
I wondered if they might have thought about a concession.
Yeah, I know. Maybe good. Come on now.
It's feisty. Feisty youngsters here, Hunter.
I know.
You wouldn't want to see Anna Davis miss this putt.
No, not
Let's
at all.
hope she knocks it in.
Okay, this is the part where you're like, can we just? We don't need any losers here. This has been a good match, right? Let's pick it up and move on. Okay, well hold. That should be, yes, there we go. It's a great match. Congrats to these women. That was incredible effort.
When she saw the pairings come out, Rocio Tejado, she wouldn't have liked what she was seeing as well. It's a big scalp even to get half a point away from Anna Davis. Very well done. Saw all 18. And the match is tied, so half a point goes either way. Now Europe just 2 points away from victory here in the Junior Ryder Cup.
Here's Ortengren on the 14th to win the hole. 2 up already. This to go 3, and in it goes. Very good. 3 up with 4 to play, a commanding position.
She's been a bit of an unstoppable force this week, Maya Ortengren. This to win the hole for Bream at 16. After the adventures of Wilson, both of which were greenside at the par 4. In it goes. She's 2 up with 2 to play now. sure everyone is watching on back in Stuttgart, where she comes from. Just a practice putt there for Jana Wilson.
Got the advantage, 6'3", did you say? At this age, remarkable. Big wingspan, good club head speed, I'm sure. Sundberg to go 2 up.
Which he does over Lee Chen. Sundberg's got 2 points from 3 thus far, and you can see she's turned it around in this match. She's got the biggest lead of the game so far as well. Ling had to lay up from the rough. Next ahead, Graham second. This match tied.
Looks like he likes it. Oh, wow. Wow. That for eagle. What a shot.
596 yards, the 18th for the boys today. Drive and a medium iron, heart of the green. Fantastic.
Fiorellini out against Kylie Chong in the penultimate game. She's 1 up through 10. Lives not far from here. From Roganstown Island, though, Sean Keeling to win the hole.
Keeling rolls it in once again.
So a lot of action happening out there. Take a moment to catch our breath. It's not pretty reading right now for Team USA. The clean sweep yesterday, all 6 matches went the way of Europe in the mixed 4 balls, and they have come in today with an incredible amount of momentum, and it is showing right there in what we'll call the Thursday singles, day 3. Junior Ryder Cup being spread over 3 days for the very first time, and what a stage it is. Europe firmly in control. They're just 2 points away from the win right now at Marco Simone.
So, a little change up in the commentary box. Ali Whittaker and Taman taking a little break. David Howell still alongside us because he needs to practice. And Andrew Beef Johnson about to step in to the booth. It's looking pretty good for the European team. Altengren, this to win the match and get to within a point. Not to be on that instance. And they seem to have run out of the colour red on this scoreboard on the right-hand side, David.
Yes, I wonder if Zach Johnson's just sat around having a look at this and wondering what the week is going to bring. Stephen Gallagher heading up the European side. He'll be delighted. No one down at all. It's quite remarkable.
Clement climbing up the hill there. Won the Junior PGA Championship this year. What a scene we have. This is the second match out on the golf course. Lang out against Conor Graham. He had to lay up. This is his 3rd shot.
Hand off the club, not a great sign as the crowds ring out, and just outside of his opponent, who's there in 2 after 2 fine blows down the 18th. So advantage Europe there.
Gross for a par to win the hole. Pretty good. So finally a little bit of red now appears back up on the day 3 singles leaderboard on the right hand side. Yeah, off to 15. Up ahead at the last.
So yeah, I take it he's got to hold this one, Howler, here to have any chance of halving this game.
Well, you would think so. This one's for a 4. His opponent putting for 3 on this very scenic 18th here at Marco Simone.
It's such a great finishing hole, isn't it? For an event like this in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, must hit fairway, but still challenges around the green with the water staring you in the face down the left. A big moment, and he finds something magical on this 18th. Settles in. On its way. Oh, not quite to be.
Tough match this for Ling, and we did point out that Graham was 4 up earlier on in his round through 5 holes. Ling fought back. Graham, a bit of a name for the future, played in the Walker Cup side at St Andrews. It was the losing Walker Cup side, Americans victorious in that instance, but at only 16 years old, one of the youngest ever to play.
Yeah, quite remarkable to be so good at quite such a young age. 2 putts here to close things out for his own personal victory. Might only need one. Finally judged there on the 18th. And the concession rightly comes. The caps come off. Conor Graham runs out a 1-up winner against Jay Leng Jr. Hugs all round, and rightly so, Andrew.
That's right. Now the confirmation on the scoreboard up on the left-hand side. Europe just 1 point away from reclaiming the Junior Ryder Cup. There's Alberto Banaghi. We talked about him. His son's out there playing in the last match against young Bird. There he is. Get out of the way, Alberto. It's all about the kids this time. Gallagher and Graham conversing in the same language.
What an unbelievable experience this is for all these guys as well. I'm sitting here watching this, and it's something as a 15, 16-year-old, it's something I would just have absolutely loved to have played in.
Yeah, well, junior golf, youth golf is getting bigger and better, and the opportunities are no greater than this, of course, if you're under the age of 18 and you love your golf. Now, here we are, televising it for the first time as well. Makes it all the more exciting for the youngsters.
She's a classical trained ballerina, that youngster. She's just about to pirouette off the golf course with a victory in her back pocket.
She might tiptoe down the next hole.
Very good.
That's exactly what you want right there, isn't it? I mean, 3 up, now you've put the pressure on. That's a great tee shot there on 16.
Here's Bream, 17th to win the hole, huge right to left up, and to win the Junior Ryder Cup.
Well, it was a fine try, just shy. Big contours on the right hand side there at 17, so the match ekes on just a little further. This is another chance as well for victory to win the cup for Team Europe.
There it is. The Europe are the Junior Ryder Cup champions. They've finally managed to reclaim the trophy after 6 years in the wilderness. Congratulations to Captain Gallagher and his team. What a phenomenal performance, and well, certainly over the last 2 days, quite a dominant performance.
Yeah, very dominant. I mean, it was tight obviously on the first day, and for Europe to win all 6 games the next day and come in, and you're looking at the leaderboard now and it's all blue, and hopefully Friday to Sunday follow suit, right guys?
I think it might be a slightly different story. I think Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, it could be, but to get the first victory on the board for the European team, it's been a long time in coming this, and Stephen Gallagher has led his troops to victory. He hasn't done the hitting, he's just been creating the atmosphere for these wonderful young players to go about their business.
And a special little personal moment for her, you know, as the name that goes down to hold the putt to win the Junior Ryder Cup. Excellent, terrific golf today from Revelta. A sensational performance. Still several matches out on the golf course. 7 in total.
Yeah, difficult for those players in some ways with the result coming so early. You've got to get out there and keep battling and win your own battle.
I think the impressive thing was, though, after yesterday, it had been very easy to think that they had this in the bag and to let the foot off the gas. So I think that says something about them.
100%. You watch these guys and they're so competitive. And even though that Europe have won this, every player in their group will want to be walking away winning their singles game, 100%. So yeah, they'll be absolutely loving it and just wanting to get that extra point on and win by a bigger distance as they can.
Par putt there on the 17th and stroked it firmly into the centre of the cup.
Yeah, she needed to. Still no gimmies. It's a tough school, isn't it?
It really is. Yes, indeed. No edge given at all. But if they're short enough to knock in, then why not let them knock them in?
Yeah, I always want to. I don't like it when a player looks across at the opponent to sort of like, are you not giving me this? Just put it in. What a view. It really is spectacular. Look at that. Europe win the Junior Ryder Cup. Beautiful temperature out there. And just the latest winner out on the golf course is young Bream, and she's alongside Incy.
Bream, congratulations. You were part of the winning Solheim Cup team last week, and here we are. It's been confirmed. Europe has done it. How does it feel to put that blue point on the scoreboard?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Those past 2 weeks have just been a dream, and it was really, really nice. An incredible experience today. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
It's the first time a Ryder Cup venue has hosted the singles match. I mean, it's such a unique but challenging experience. Can you tell us more about that?
So honestly, it's the toughest course I've ever played. If you miss the fairway by 1 meter, if you miss the green by 1 meter, you're basically dead, because the rough is, you're just not getting out of it. The only thing you can do is lay up. So, and the greens are very hilly and undulated. So that's really, really tough course.
Well, Helen, many congratulations, and I hope you have a fun little party tonight.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure it will be. She might be one of the only ones that might be able to sample something that is a little bit stronger than 0%. Ottengren to tie the hole, and that's the end of that game too. She's undefeated in all 4 matches. She's 4-0. Terrific performance, and remember, possibly, probably one of the names of the future. An event that was thought up in '95. First one was played in '97. And Europe have won for the first time in the last 7 outings. Big names like Lexi Thompson, Carlotta Sagan, Leona Maguire, Emily Pedersen, Suzanne Pedersen. Who knows? That's what it means to them.
That's so cool, isn't it? When you think we're watching it here and you don't know where these guys are going to be in the next 5, 10, 15 years, and there's so many players who have come through and made it, and I mean not just made it, I mean absolute superstars of the game as well. We're currently looking at the potential next generation of players. It's so cool.
Let's look into the crystal ball.
I finished with eagle. I finished it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did finish with an eagle. Well done.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good.
Fantastic, fantastic.
A lot of you won't know that man there, but I know. I played Scottish golf with him. That's a chap called Scotty Knowles from Edinburgh. Great mate of Stephen Gallagher. In fact, helps run the Stephen Gallagher Foundation. And great mates for many, many times. A formidable amateur player in his day, Scotty Knowles. He was wearing shorts earlier on the other day there.
You finished with eagle, I know.
I think she's going to tell that story about finishing with eagle 1 or 2 more times.
It's amazing, isn't it? You can imagine in a few days' time, can't you? Yeah, all right. We were watching.
We heard.
No, it's wonderful. Quite right too. You go for it. Enthusiasm for the game, for life. It's wonderful. You think that goes into even getting to play in the Junior Ryder Cup, all the hours of practice and toil and work and everything that the families put into it. It's great for absolutely everyone involved to experience this.
So just outside of the Eternal City, Europe dominant once more. Look at that, day 3. Your eyes are not deceiving. It's been a tough 2 days for the US side. They're not going to get to the 15 points to retain. Europe have won the Junior Ryder Cup. Still 6 matches out on the golf course. What is the margin at the end of the day? America trying to salvage some pride over the last few holes. Well, great opportunity and a great time to hear from Stephen Gallagher, who, after he's congratulated his players who have finished, he stopped off and caught up with Anthony Wall.
Stevie, we go back a long way. How proud of you of this moment today. What an amazing afternoon.
Yeah, it's been an amazing week, Tony, to be honest. The kids have done fantastic. You know, we had a little bit of a dip on Tuesday afternoon, and I sensed Tuesday night on the bus home, you know, they were blaring the music, and I thought, you know what, that's them back into it. And the game plan was just to win the 2 sessions, and hopefully we can do it here now as well, and then that's complete.
Well, we've heard from 1 or 2 of the players how difficult it is out here. Are you surprised the standard? Because I've watched it today. I've just been amazed how good the golf has been.
To be honest, I've had a front row seat. I've been blessed to have a front row seat and watching these kids, even in practice and in tournament. And I mean, it's history says that, you know what, some of these players will be #1 in the world. They're going to play Ryder Cups, they're going to play Solheim Cups. So for me, it's been an honour just to watch them play, because the scoring and the talent's unreal.
Well, being European, I'm incredibly proud. I know everyone else is as well. You've done an amazing job. Thank you so much for all your time. Now go support the rest of your team.
Thanks very much, pal.
Yes, well done, Stevie Gallagher. That's a phenomenal European performance out there. When you look at some of the scores that they've shot in their lives, 62s, 63s, they're incredibly talented individuals. Sundberg for the half. Stays 2 up.
Yeah, Stephen does an awful lot for junior golf up there in Scotland with his academy and his foundation, I should say, really. And he was definitely the right man for the job to take these young stars forward and try and beat the US for the first time. And he'll be very proud. One of his great golfing achievements to date from a long and storied career.
This is Will Hartman on the 13th tee. He's 3 down currently.
Yeah, very accessible pin here. Maybe take dead aim. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he's got a lot. Great shot.
Yeah, it's going to be a birdie fest on 13 this week. There's not too much trouble awaiting the players there. A little bit more tricky when the pin is at the back. Look at that view, Andrew.
What a stunning setting. It really is incredible. The excitement is just continuing to ramp up. A great opportunity for us as well to see again how some of the holes towards the end of this golf course will play, and there's a lot of excitement. Birdies, eagle chances.
Normally when we watch golf on television, it's hard to pick out the undulations, but from that camera angle you can really see this course has plenty of undulation to it.
It's gross. Tee shot at 16. Right. Can he find the green? That's a no.
Where's this one going? Oh no! Oh dear! Heck, he's got one. Oh no! Back down. Dear, oh dear. Yes, you're famous for a minute. What are you? Oh dear.
Why is it always the hot potato?
It's funny, isn't it? I know what I'll do. I'll pick the ball up.
Oh, look!
Yes.
Look, that hurt so much. I just had to release it again.
It's the bit where he just waves it to everyone like I've got it.
I saw that happened yesterday. Obviously, you know, it's sporting fans. It's not just necessarily golfing fans that come in here this week. So a lot of people will not know, you know, the rules regarding balls off the fairway. And I've already seen it happen a couple of times.
If you're going to pick it up, you've got to put it in your pocket. Really? I mean, what's the point otherwise? This one might be the first one heading right. Grimberg Oh, there we go. That is what can await down the other side. Never wide from Lev there. Plenty of experience at playing at big tournaments. He'll be frustrated there.
This is Keeling out at 13.
Yeah, again, it looks like he's got to knock this one in for a half. Oh, that's a good putt there. It's not much else you can do from that range.
He played with Graham in the opening session. They were 6 down at one point and managed to get a half. Certainly an exciting prospect.
Hartman for the birdie to win the hole. 3 down, needs it. And can't find it. Disappointment for the youngster there. Yeah, look up to the skies. Tough day so far. Adrenaline's gone as well, with the team having sadly lost already. Just after his own personal battle now, and Keeling has got the upper hand.
Well, that's what it is. You know, you can't really look at the scoreboard, can you? You just got to try and win your own match. Right, well, tremendous performances. Andrea Rivelta had a fantastic result out there. Let's hear from her, and she's caught up with him.
Andrea, congratulations. It's your first ever Junior Ryder Cup. I mean, just sum up your experience for us.
This was amazing. It was a dream come true. I mean, playing here last day, winning, and just doing what I did. I'm so happy and so grateful for this opportunity for everyone that put this together.
I'm sure there's a lot of amazing highlights, but what has been your favorite so far?
I think my first hole was the best hole I've ever played. I hit like a super good 5-iron, and then I did the birdie putt just to start off the day amazingly, and then I won with an eagle. So a dream.
I'm sure it was quite nerve-wracking hitting that first tee shot on the first tee, huge grandstands. Has anyone given you any advice? And you got a fantastic captain as well.
Yeah, we've got an amazing captain, Stephen, but he was just like, embrace the moment, because you know this is just gonna happen once, and you don't need to fight the nerves because they're there, and you just have to go with it and, you know, embrace it. You're only gonna hit that tee shot once in your life. Just enjoy it.
Okay, wonderful stuff. Congratulations. We'll let you join your team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A great opportunity to see that moment once more when she claimed the point that brought the Junior Ryder Cup back to European shores. 8 up in the end. Tremendous performance. Not a great day for Riley Knobb, but it's interesting hearing her talk about the nerves. I remember always thinking when I was nervous there was something wrong with me.
Yeah, when you first get, this is wonderful scenes here, isn't it? You get golf, they never really go away, the nerves. You know, you feel them the first time you play in front of someone, and you assume at some point you'll get over getting nervous on a golf course, and it just doesn't happen. And at some point in your golfing journey, you realise, you know, nerves are good. Enjoy them. That's what you're there for.
If you don't have them, it's the other way around, isn't it? It's not normal if you don't have them. You know, every time you step on the first tee, you're going to experience the nerves and things like that.
Now, this is a big match at the back end of this. The last match, Benagi to win the hole. Both dads, tour players.
I know, Jonathan Bird with 5 wins, Benagi, they're 58 years old. He has an awful lot of experience. Of course, he helped coach Matteo Manacero at the time he became a BMW PGA champion, I think the youngest ever. Confirmation of how it stands at the minute, and it's not happy reading if you're a United States fan. Some tremendous performances, most notably the 8-6 win there for Andrea Rivelta over Riley Knobb. Europe has claimed the Junior Ryder Cup. 6 matches still to conclude.
Andrea Rivelta at 8-6. I mean, what a performance. The 3 birdies and an eagle, no blemishes, gave Riley Knobb absolutely no hope whatsoever in winning that match, and just amazing to see the enthusiasm, isn't it?
I know it's match play and holes get conceded and this and that, but Sean Keeling's out in the golf course. He's made 3 eagles in his match. 3 up competition against Hartman. This is the tee shot at 16.
Well, you can't really.
A little bit water reverse.
Yeah, I think you'll see a few shots over that side. It's the bailout side. But it's not an easy pitch from there. Hopefully we don't see this too much, though, in the next few days.
Yeah, you did have it. You did. We see you. Oh, well, it's great.
It's well, it's all sorted now because the referee's been here and looks like he can't take this flagstick on, is he? The thing that interested me was the chap thought he'd found a golf ball and thought that everybody had always just walked past it and just decided to leave it, and it was there for him to pick up.
Strange. Wise shot there. Couldn't go at the pin. Contours were all against him. That's why it's a clever hole, the 16th. If you bail out, there is no guarantee you're making your birdie or even your par in some circumstances.
It's an absolutely brilliant hole.
This is Lee Chen, 3rd shot.
Tough par 4 up the hill. Trying to save a par or find a birdie. Not quite to be. She'll be a little bit disappointed with that. Quite low down below the green. Not the easiest of shots, but would have expected better from herself.
Good look at it. Always difficult when you're below the level of the surface. Just seeing the top of the flagstick. Thought you might have opened the club face up a little bit, used a little bit more of the bounce, but not to be back up to 16. And yeah, again, what a fantastic design this is. This is going to, the noise and excitement around this hole over the rest of the weekend is going to be incredible. Gross, the only American up in their match out on the golf course.
This has been a classic match play battle here. Both players not on their best form. That's not surprising in the circumstances. At times, tough course as well. But it's a close one. 1 up for Gross to win the hole.
That's a great putt, that is. Very difficult to judge speed coming up and across that slope. Very easy to sort of knock it 5 foot past, leave it a touch short. The speed was so important there, and again puts the pressure back on Europe there.
We'll go back to that match, but Chen trying to salvage par on the 15th.
And you see, like so many, using the line on the ball. Trying to get the read right, being precise. So using the edge of the putter shaft there as a rule, really, a straight line. Now,
where do you sit on the line, no line debate, Howler?
To use one, or should we get rid of it? Which I don't use one. Well, I do. I've just changed what I'm talking about. Within 6 feet, I do. Outside this strength.
You've opened a can of worms there, Andrew.
I'm so sorry.
As this one just slides by on the left, sadly, for Chen. If I was in charge of the rules of golf, I'd get rid of it completely.
Oh yeah, I'd get rid of it. I think it's too precise. I think it actually puts too much pressure on you. And something when you line it up from behind and then you step over the top of it, invariably it looks like you're lining up in a completely different spot.
I think it's good from 6 feet and in. It's advantageous, and I think it helps you. But from long range, not so much.
2 putts to win the hole from Sundberg. She's already committed to Stanford University, a great golf program over there on the west coast.
Yeah, it looks a good putt. Says she's got 2 for it, and I mean, how cool is that? Going to Stanford, know that you're going to Stanford and going on that amazing golf program. The college stuff now is almost like another tour. The players are so good out there in these college.
What were you thinking about Aubé? to give it a reasonable pronunciation in the European side over there at Texas Tech, getting a card, getting straight out onto tour, and already been good enough to win on the DP World Tour.
It's for a half. For the tie, no. Raised it at the hole. Poorly played hole from Lev. Unfortunately, water and a bogey and shoes there. So he can no longer win. Gross strides to the 17th, assured of at least a half a point in his own match.
Yeah, the one shining light currently on the American team. That was arguably the shining light of Europe. 8 and 6 was the victory. And I think it's going to be quite a while before that smile disappears from her face. Keeley on the 14th.
His third shot here, coming into this back left pin. There's a little bowl area here. He's used the ledge at the back, and that's a really good wedge shot from Keeling.
Yeah, signs of what happens if you miss the fairway on this golf course. And you can just have chip out. Look at that view there, amazing.
Run up to Kim, of course, in the British Boys. 93 it was when you won the British Boys, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
I thought you haven't mentioned that for about 5 minutes.
Well, Hunter's gone away for birdie. 1 up. Oh, this one not quite right. Close match, this one.
It's been very interesting watching these youngsters. The circle of friendship around the hole is an awful lot closer, smaller than it is in the professional game. 17th tee, Gross.
Now this is a tricky par 3.
Yeah.
This one with a big slope down the left, and if you miss it to the right as well, you've got such a difficult chip shot. This is going to be a really entertaining hole.
What's your thoughts on how they've got the course set up?
Fantastic. I think it's just open to aggressive, really aggressive play, a lot of birdies, a lot of eagles, but you've got to set it up, like we've all said, from hitting fairways as well.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the tee shots, as there is on this one for Grimberg. Partner out of position, wanted to take advantage and leak this one right, I fancy. Not quite on it today.
No, like we said, it's tricky from that position. You probably can't see how big that slope is on the green. He's going to be doing well to get it inside 15 foot there.
Chong to get back to square.
Which he does. Good news. Great to see these matches going to the 18th. The crowds continue to grow.
It's tricky though, you know, if you've gone out there and Europe have won, in the back of your mind it's so difficult to stay focused on your game, isn't it? Because you've got the cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Hartman. This is tricky. Feathers it out to the right. Oh, supremely well played there. Really good hands.
That reminds me of someone, Howler.
Not me, not anymore. Maybe when I was that age.
Yeah, I was thinking Lowry. Howler was, that name was way down the list. Sundberg on the tee at 16. Can she find the green?
Good compact swing. Not too much to go wrong. Well, left again. Tricky bunker shot. It's an intimidating tee shot because it's so much downhill. The water stares you in the face. It makes you think.
And the stage of the round in the match, because there's no time basically for recovery at the end. Keeling, that's a great up and down to have.
That's a superb half, and you know, when you're playing someone who's hitting their third shot into the green and you're up by the green, and I know Harman's played a lovely chip shot, but still he's got to knock that in for the half, and it's a momentum builder. That is.
It's the great thing about match play. The putts, they all mean something. You hold one for a half and you stride on. It's fantastic.
Chan with the driver. That's left, I think. Going to be a popular bunker, that.
It certainly is. Yeah, A little surprising, but long way round, big day, lots of pressure and stress, excitement as well, but not everyone's going to play their best golf in those circumstances, as they won't over the next 3 days as well.
Smiles all the way around. Again, if you just joined us, confirmation that Europe has won the Junior Ryder Cup. It was a clean sweep yesterday, 6-0. They had a 6-point lead coming in here, and it's been a dominant display out there on the golf course early this morning at Marco Simone. There's confirmation of it. As we said, 6 matches still out on the golf course, but a tough final 2 days for the USA team. The margin is the only thing that is left out there to play for, and currently that is 11 points in Europe's favour. America, of course, are guaranteed at least to have, and this is it. So Grimber's got it to here. Gross was short of the green, wasn't he?
He was. Grimberg missed it in a place, as Beef said. You just can't get close. It was the worst possible miss. But you never know. Send it over the hill. Watch it find its way to the bottom of the cup. Maybe. Not this time, Lev.
There it is. That's that. Tough day for Greenberg. Congratulations to Gross. He wins 3-1 against the young Ukrainian star. Only 15 years old, Grimberg. Gross, a couple of years his senior from Pennsylvania, a winner of the AJGA Simplify Boys Championship earlier on this year.
Amazing experience for everyone, isn't it? Coming to Rome and all that Rome has to offer as well when you're a young person.
I'm playing a golf course. It's been very interesting watching these youngsters. The circle of friendship around the hole is an awful lot closer, smaller than it is in the professional game. 17th tee, Gross. Lovely shot up the hill. A terrific approach from David.
Benaghi here on 12 to win the hole. That's a great putt. Down across the slope. There's judged that. Perfect.
We'll see a few eagles this week, more than a few. A bunch, I fancy. 3 par 4s reachable, and the par 5s too.
Built for the Ryder Cup, and this is the Junior Ryder Cup, and it is heading back to Europe after 6 years in the, or 12 years in the United States, and play in 2021 because of the COVID. Europe stopping America's run of 6 wins in its track. 17.5, 7.5 at the moment. And this is over at the 13th green. A putt for Chong to win the hole.
Pours it in, follows it with the fist pump, and wander on to the tough par 4s of 14 and 15, just the one down now.
It's been a good scoring match, actually, this one. Chong managed 5 birdies out on the golf course. Fiorellini only one at the moment, the odd drop shot here and there. Oh, there's plenty of them over here. Very easy to spot, the American supporters. Colourful bunch, loud bunch actually. I mean, we're hearing the chanting, the cheering out. You know, when for these youngsters that are playing, just hearing that must send the hairs on the back of their necks on end. Well, Lindsay's gone back to this game on the tee at 13.
I won't lie to you, Andrew, I did get a buggy right. I didn't walk up these steep hills, and the pin's right at the front. It's actually very gettable, backstop beyond it.
Just a bit long there. Good shot, not touch too long. Coming up there, that'd be quite a quick putt coming back down there.
It looked like one too much club, but it's only 4 or 5 yards long. In reality, the ball would have made its way back.
Jackson Bird, son of Jonathan, 5-time PGA Tour winner.
Yeah, it's only 136 yards, Andrew. There's a big knuckle just short right. You want to avoid that, which is why I like the aggressive play. Pitch it at least pin high. No more than a wedge for these guys.
Well, so-so in the circumstances on the green, but not really threatening the hole.
Yeah, just spin, bringing it back a little bit. Right, well, what a moment we have now, because Josh Antman has the American captain with him, Zach Johnson. Okay, apologies for that little technical issue. We'll hopefully get that sorted, because it'd be very interesting to hear his thoughts. Yeah, beautiful amphitheatre at the back of that stand at the first is designed in the old Colosseum. Wernicke, German.
I thought Zach spoke well there.
Yeah, some of the most interesting, insightful bits of information from a captain we've had for quite some time.
The challenges of live TV. This is the challenges of live golf. Chen, to win the hole, needs it. 3 down, 3 to play. Finds it. Well, there's a big putt if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, Sundberg still in the ascendancy, 2 up with 2 holes left to play. There's no extra holes at the end of these. So 2 holes up, there's only 1 hole left. The person can't win. Keeling, second shot up the hill.
Yeah, good solid shot there. It's tricky, this one. I found when we played it a couple of years ago, going up the hill and judging the distance into 15.
Yeah, very advantageous if you can go in with, you know, lots of loft, but not always the case with the youngsters, especially for the girls. Good full flowing swing there, release of the club. Sadly can't find the short grass. That'll be a challenge.
1 or 2 interesting little ways that the bunkers have been raked. I saw earlier on that there's quite some deep troughs. That was something you need to watch during the matches.
I noted that as well. Not always guaranteed a good lie. Davis to the scenic and challenging 16th. Can he hold his nerve? Best we've seen. Well done.
Oh, that's a great shot there. Straight down the pipe.
Special day, a week really, for the Davis family. Twins Anna and Billy. They are representing the American side. It's a little bit brighter over there on the American leaderboard. Up into 1 match. Nicholas Gross in their pocket, but again, a resounding display from Europe at the moment has them 10 points to the good. You only needed 15.5 points to claim the trophy. USA needed 15 to retain it. Europe, of course, at 17.5 are the winners of the Junior Ryder Cup.
And great news, because it's a wonderful championship, but with that it needs to be a competition. First time Europe have managed to claim it, much like the Ryder Cup in a bygone era where America were dominant originally.
Oh, Benagi's just rolled his about 4 or 5 feet past, so there's work to do. Up next is Bird for his birdie, and this is breaking off the left, playing up the hill as well.
Not many quite able to pick the break on that putt. Interesting to see if that's a theme throughout the week.
Tell you what, it looks a little bit longer than 4 or 5 feet, this one.
Yeah, I've got small feet, I guess. Yeah, I should have rounded it up. But this is a sneaky putt. It looks like it has to break off the left, but it's subtle. Overall, not far off straight, but I'd give it something, that's for sure.
Gives one away. Yeah, you can be exasperated. That's not good on the par 3.
Greens are running about 11.3 did they say in the meeting yesterday? I think they kind of slowed them a little because the American players, you know, for the matches, the American players are used to putting on faster surfaces, or is it because of the slopes on the greens?
Well, 11.3 is a fairly standard DP World Tour speed. There's no doubt there is a lot of contour on them, and I don't think the green speed around that level has got any advantage. I mean, we have had Ryder Cups in bygone eras where, you know, the greens were at 10 or 10.5, which was definitely to favour the European side, but not so this week. It's a fair golf course, something everybody's used to. The rough's up, but the birdies are available.
A little bit of passion there from Benagi. Hartman, no, to win the hole at 15.
Just slides by to win the hole there by Hartman. Looked a good putt though. It's tricky coming back down the slope. Very tricky one to read.
Well, 17, and you were talking about this, Beef, not a very easy shot from this side.
It's not the easiest shot, this. And you'll be looking just to open that club face up, slide the club face underneath, and maybe just try and one bounce still in the long stuff and let it trickle down. And that can be really easy to do. We're talking about how thick the rough is and closing the face. And now, yeah, you're down the other side on a big slope.
Grabbed the hosel, didn't it? It grabbed the hosel, turned the club face a bit squarer than she wanted. And can make you look a little bit silly, but she won't be the first or the last to struggle out of that rough.
Keeling for the half. He's held a good putt on the last hole, and he's done it again. Hang in and stay all square. Oh, 3 up, sorry.
America won this by 1 point last time at Paris National. Teammates all out there continuing to support their fellow team members.
Wonderful, isn't it? And these, you know, guys and girls, they'll go around the world over the next few years doing different things golf related, and they'll have made friendships that last a lifetime here this week, and who knows what their future holds, but those will be memories that they'll cherish, so they should.
When you guys have played Ryder Cups, it always looks like after you've played, the bond between you players are just so much different than before you've played it. I've always noticed that when you come away and you see the players at different tournaments after that Ryder Cups happen, the bond is just different between everyone.
Yeah, I would go along with that for sure. There was players that I knew that you come away and you feel like you know them a whole lot better. You're on a different level after those weeks together, and it's great on every level. This is tricky as well, Andrew.
Yeah, it is. I think this is a great opportunity. I like how they've designed this hole, because there's going to be a lot of tension come down to the 17th in the matches, and you can clearly see missing it right here is just a no-go. And just finishing off that, yeah, you would bleed for your team member, really. You know, it's when you're playing them week to week, you know, you don't really care too much about them, but all of a sudden you get in that room and you just gel, you just join together, and you would just, you know, absolutely bleed for your teammate.
Too right. And especially your captains. I mean, Woosnam and Langer were my two captains, two titans of the game.
Well,
I knew them.
Did you do twice? Were you 2 Ryder Cups?
I was, Andrew. Yeah, I played a few matches as well.
Did you? I sort of just got one.
But to, you know, come away from Oakland Hills feeling like I was on a different level with Bernard Langer, yeah, it was just sensational.
What was it? Hi, Bernie. Was that it?
Yeah, indeed. High fives and off we go. Yeah, we had good times, Bernard and I, since then, actually. Quite some laughs along the way. Quieter times with Woozy, you know, the book club and stuff that Woozy likes to run on a Tuesday night on tour. Sundberg back to the golf for bogey. Not to be. All gone wrong there, the young lady, sadly.
Yeah, a little bit of a disappointing finish for her, but let's see how she deals with the final hole. Again, great experience. You know, playing on a golf course that's set up like this to a Ryder Cup standard is you know, such a thrill, such a treat, such a great experience.
And especially for the girls, let's be honest, they could be playing on the LPGA tour. They won't face rough like this, perhaps, you know, for many a year, because this is as thick as it gets off the fairway. Davis to win the hole, not to be.
Yeah, unfortunately, the putt not matching the excellence of the tee shot. Swiftly reaches for the marker. Oh, looks like all halved.
Remarkable story. Twins, you say?
Yeah, twins. That's right. Yeah, Anna and Billy, yeah, over there from California. Over at the 14th. Oh, Anthony's out there. Not heard you for a wee while, Anthony.
Yeah, it's quite a long walk out here, Andy. I managed to get to 14. I also did get a buggy, I have to be honest, as Incy did earlier on. But it's fantastic out here. One missed fairway from Europe, but beautiful wedge into about 6 feet. And unlucky, really, for Kylie, the American team. She rolled off the front of the green down to the bottom and pitched to here. So all here in 3, so square to this point.
Coming off 2 birdies, Kylie Chong, to turn this match to her favour is to save the par.
It just shows you, David, how important the pitching game is when you find the bunker off the tee. Because all of a sudden, really, this is a close hole where it looked like, I thought, Kylie was probably just going to make 4 and win the hole. But this is anyone's game here, really. One good putt. Thank you very much. A little bit down the slope, quite a quick green from above 14.
The bunkers, the fairway bunkers especially, Anthony, don't look like you're guaranteed a clean lie this week.
No, but because the rough is so deep, David, sometimes you're almost better off in them, because at least you can get it there or thereabouts. Bit of right to left in this for Chong. Normally a really swift putt, but they are a little bit slower. Just try and keep it up the right.
Great putt, great reaction. That keeps her momentum going. Pressure just shifts directly onto the shoulders of her opponent. Another look at it from a different angle. Beautiful stroke. Pace. Yeah. Perfect. Grabs the right edge. Another little spelling lesson there.
And after an unbelievable pitch from below the level, Fiolini, hopefully a tap in, and those will be the best 2 fours you'll ever see on a tough golf course this week. Amazing golf they are. 2 great pars.
Yeah, good match this. Close. Is it going to be tense? Going right down to the wire.
Oh, that looked, it's just hopped out the bunker there, and that'll be really dependent on the lie, but that's not going to be an easy chip shot over the bunker there.
18th tee, reachable par 5, must find the fairway. Steady rhythm, picking the tee up early is normally a good sign, and it is.
Look at the rough down the left here. There's also a rough on the right hand side, just 10 yards off the right hand side of that fairway. I'll tell you what, you don't want to go around about in there. I lost Paul McGinley in there the other day.
Davis
You normally do.
trying to find this green on 17. Not so many have this morning. Short left. Well, it's the better of the two misses, it has to be said. A little awry there from the young man.
Sundberg now. Hopefully she's calmed down a little bit. Needs a good tee shot here.
Just pick the tee up quickly. And it's long as well. She's got it over there. Big bounce off the ridge, and that's gone a long way down there.
225. That red dot. Good crisp action, wasn't it, there from Sundberg? Good movement.
15 tee. John walked up to the top of the hill from 14 green. This is a really tough tee shot. Bunkers right, thick rough left. But taking the corner on, so really going for this. She wants that point on the board.
I'm really impressed with some of the golf swings. You know, the club head speed now throughout the game.
It's so different. I mean, every generation now it's built on speed and how far everyone's hitting it. And now you see, like, I remember being as a kid, it wasn't about club head speed, it was more technique based. And you look at the way the game's going and all the drivers, the balls, and you've got to be hitting it a long way.
I think there's going to be an explosion in the women's game as well as the decades move on now, where power will again start to dominate.
Yeah, two good swings, David, very much so. Fiorlini trying to find the fairway as well. It's no mean feat this. This one's going right. There are bunkers down there.
Skipped over the edge. Lovely bounce there, and needed. Part of having hit such a fine tee shot.
Get up to 17 Wernicke.
Oh, it's one of the best shots I've seen today so far on this hole. It's such a narrow green, and the only real option you've got with that pin is just to hit it straight at it.
Clever design. The runaway on the left just gets your attention, and you want to, you just want to hang to the right-hand side. But as we've seen, that's no good at all. So for an innocuous hole, it's very cleverly designed.
This doesn't look pretty.
As we saw it bounce out the bunker, and yeah, I mean, he's trying to hit that really high and slide underneath it, and he's just thinned it. But again, it's brutal like that.
Shot to nothing, unfortunately, there for Hartman. It'll be the concession in Europe, and Keeling win that match 4-2. Terrific performance there for the young man. Loves Manchester United. Also a pal of Rory's. Be able to talk to Rory about Ten Hag. Second shot for Sundberg. Looked a good swing, but she's lost it right.
What? It looks like the ball's sitting up, and even though, because it's a bit shorter, she can still pitch that up the green. It's not the worst place to be there.
This is a tough putt to judge. Double breaker, if not triple. Left to right and then other way.
Coming in with pace as well. Currently 2 down in that final match. Only 4 matches still out on the golf course. All of which are tight.
This is even tougher though, Ali. I mean, just about on the fridge. Ball is sat down. You need plenty of loft, but just about land it on the putting surface. Everything works away from you.
Absolutely beautiful touch there. He's made that look very easy.
Yeah, that was class, wasn't it? Just 16 years old. Unbelievable to think he had his first hole-in-one at the age of 5.
Age of 5?
Apparently some people wait for a long time. Look at that. Great there for Sean Keeling. Congratulations to him in that 4-2 victory. Really turned that match around.
That's one of the nice things, you know, you've won your match, you come off, you've got family and all your teammates there, few hugs and get amongst it and then go and find the next group to go and support.
Back to Bird, par putt. Right in the jaws. That was clutch, given his position in this match.
Dead center.
Even though the result is sort of done for the team event, these players are going to be grinding out for their point. They want to win that individual match. It's going to mean a lot to them knowing that they went up against that opponent themselves and got a point for their team.
Hunter Mahan back in the box with myself, Ali Whitaker, Beef alongside us, Anthony Wall's out there as well.
I'm still around, Ali, hanging around up these hills. John, with a little bit of a wood, just a touch really. Don't want to go long here. Europe a short left. Had mud on her ball, Fiolini. So this is a chance for America, but this is coming in hot and low.
It's done well there, hasn't it? Just, you couldn't have pitched that in a perfect place for that fly. Pitched it into the slope, into the rough, and it's just killed it. The face says it all.
Yeah, nice there from the Californian. Headed to USC. That'll mean a lot to her. Great school in the NCAA. Down 18, the third for Chen. She's 1 down, remember.
Yeah, with Sundberg up the right, she's got to try and get this nice and close, and that's a lovely pitch shot there.
It was a great shot. Great shot.
Trying to keep this going, isn't he? Pierre Wernicke. 1 down, this to tie the hole.
Very calm there, very calm. After knocking in these putts and just staying in it, going down 18 now, and that's what you've got to do. Knock that putt in and try and take it down 18 and see if you can get a half out of that.
It's exciting to see all these players go down 18. It's such a cool finishing hole. Wow, look at that rough there, Beef. I mean, it snapped that club head right over. I mean, it's laying down. It looks like it's about a foot tall. I mean, really hard shot.
I generally thought it wasn't too bad a miss, the second shot, and you look at it there and actually watch the shot. It wasn't ideal. That is thick.
Yeah, and you just wonder, you know, in match play, the pressure applied by Lee Chen as well. Obviously, most of that fed back to the lie ahead of Nora Sundberg, which the grass was knee-high, and it's thick here at Marco Simone, one of the toughest courses these players will ever see in pure condition. So many matches going down the last, just what we want to see. And Billy Davis has made his way to the tee. He's 1 up over Pierre Wernicke.
Again, another good swing. Is it going to hang on?
Tough shot, feeling. Got to come up and over the ridge. Really can't see any of the green. So hard to get this all the way back there. That was easily done. Door slightly ajar, shall we say.
Yeah, perhaps a chance for Kylie Chong to extend her one-up lead coming next. She's on the green in 2.
Let's see what Werner can do here. He's got to be thinking 3 or 4. There's some speed there.
If you get past that bunker on the left side where she's going, oh, he's just short left of it. Now he's going to be in a tough spot. He's got to win this hole now. I mean, he is 1 down, so he needs, you got to put the pressure and make a birdie on this 18. Her 5th shot here. Got a drop. Dropped on the slope, got it up and around. Really well done. Not quite a gimme. Let's kind of stop the bleeding, put the pressure on our opponent.
Yeah, a touch of class from Sundberg there after the shot previous kept her nerve. Back to the 15th green and Kylie Chong.
And match play, Ali. Wow, it's so different, isn't it? Stroke play.
Yeah, it's an amazing watch.
You've got to think 2 putts here. Mentality's got to be slightly different with the opponent some 25 feet below the level. Coming up and over the slope, so up the right-hand side for Chong. Just take a little bit off this. Ask the question.
Just outside the circle of friendship. Understandable in these last 4. Great design. Tough par 4, easy par 4, tough 3, par 5 to finish here at Marco Simone. It's down the last. Lee Chen. For a birdie to tie the match. Which she does, betting the last, no less.
That really does just show what you can do the last 3 holes and the way it can pan out during this week.
It's a lot of risk reward, right? 16 seems like a reachable hole, but we saw a lot of tough shots and a lot of bad positions players put themselves in. 17 is a great opportunity. 18 is going to be, if you can get there at 18, there's a lot can happen. Par 5, finish with water, short left.
Yeah, the last time she was up in that match was back at the 4th hole. It was a huge fight back for the Californian. Half a point goes either way. The chip after the last 3rd as well for Nora Sundberg. Mighty fine. Just caught the right edge.
It's just one of them putts where in your head you just go, go, go.
All 4 of those final matches out there. There've been momentum shifts in each of them. Both players have held the lead at various times. And it's half a point each way to Lee Chen and Nora Sundberg.
Fiorellini here with an outside chance. He's got to make this and put the pressure back on. Just a bit too aggressive.
It's hard to see on TV here, but there's so many slopes and little ridges on these putts. I know they're so pure and they're so perfect, but there's a lot going on that you can't see on TV, which makes these putts really hard, even though they might look right kind of straight right in front of you.
Jackson Birds launched one off 15. Dogleg round to the right, smattered with bunkers, found the rough.
The rough here, when you really get offline about 10, 15 yards, is really gnarly. It's really inconsistent. It's really long. You can see it kind of being dry. You can see him kind of just get out of that just a little too early.
He's long too. Outdrove
Oh
Davis Love III. They've been playing obviously with his father, Jonathan, privy to some pretty nice playing groups. Outdrove Davis Love by 50 yards. Said it was quite the wake-up call. Over 215 needs this for bogey, Fiorellini. And on they go, Kylie Chong with a 2-up lead. Just the 3 left to play. Great to see them all fighting hard for their point.
Like Hunter said, it's. I know the whole match is over, but there's no way that one of them wants to walk off this golf course without winning their match. No way.
As we've heard, they all know each other. They've all played against each other for quite a few years now, which makes this even more personal in such a great way. And they know each other so well, and they don't want to go to that next tournament knowing that they lost, you know, to that person, and they know that, you know, they want to get back at them as soon as possible. So it's very cool to kind of see these players in this sort of situation. And remember, like today, it's the day before the Ryder Cup, and they're playing a golf course of this condition, this steam. I mean, it's so hard. You've seen the players talk about how thick the rough is. They've never seen anything like this. So I think they're getting so much experience and understand what really professional golf is all about.
100%. It's such an amazing experience for them. It really is. And I think, like, they won't realize it now, potentially. It's when you probably get home and you realize and you go and play the next tournament how difficult that golf course is.
Yeah, it's major, isn't it, out there? Just thinking back on the Ryder Cups, the Solheim Cups, how many of those players played the juniors? Even last week, so many of the women at Finca Courtesan were saying what a preparation it was being able to go inside the ropes at this Solheim Cup, see what it's all about, and then having the chance on the big stage. Second ahead, Lai looked a little thick ahead of Wernicke here.
Yeah, he had the rescue out here. Now he's gone back to an iron. Take it. He's just going to get it back down there and give himself a good chance to leave himself a nice number in and wedge it in.
And unfortunately, it didn't do that as well as he had hoped. He hit it. I mean, I think that we've seen this a lot. These players are sort of underestimating the rough and the thickness and the challenge that it presents, and they're probably being a little too aggressive and not just realizing I just got to get back and play. Even though he's one down, you know, you just might push the pedal a little bit too hard.
Honestly, I had a walk across the golf course a couple of days ago, and they were out and there was water in the rough. Everywhere you go, there's water in the rough, and it is. You saw how green that is.
230 for Chong at 16. She's 2 up, but this is going a little left.
It's been a popular spot, less popular when they get there, but at least that's in the sand.
It is in the sand. It's
oh, it's the second one though.
Oh no.
It's stunning out here. It's a perfect tee for these two to play off because they can still hit the green. Drive up, which I sort of kind of like. I don't think long is that bad, really. You sort of then you make the green so much wider, where fairway wood you're almost just playing left, almost admitting you're trying to make a hard-working 3. But I think Francesca here, she sort of more can go at the middle of the green and just carry it all the way. Really, the water shouldn't be in play. She can really dig deep here. 2 down, 3 to play. Game on. This is right at it.
That's a great shot. It's the best shot I think we've seen all day. Hit it just right of the flag. As you said, she was more aggressive with distance. She kind of was trying to hit past the flag, which would leave her probably an easier up and down. And being 2 down, she was super aggressive, which she had to be, and she executed perfectly, and she put the pressure right on her opponent. Being 2 down with 3 to go, there's a lot left in this match.
Great pictures there. Team Europe.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Apologies for the language.
and it's his second shot.
The joy of youth. Back to the 15th.
Yeah, Bird found some tee trouble on the right-hand side, out the rough, so This is now his third shot up the hill, and you can barely see the flag. It just shows how much elevation there is. 71 yards to go.
Nice little action there.
Really like the way you played that. Yeah, really kind of like hands forward and drove that in there. Yeah, that was really good.
I feel like a shot that we're going to see a lot this week is that shot from below hitting up above. You're not going to really be able to see the green. You're going to see players kind of keep looking and stretching up because they know the green is actually about 7, 8, even 10, 15 feet above them, depending how far they are away from the hole.
It makes such a difference as well, doesn't it? Going up that hill and not being able to visually see where the pin is.
Not see where you can land it, right? And see the kind of visually see the shot, what's going to happen is really challenging.
Speaking of, third shot here for Wernicke down the last.
Well, he's found the bunker, which is better than originally thought. I thought it was in the rough.
It's better than the rough.
That ball looks fairly sat down.
We've seen some like rake marks in the middle of these bunkers that might provide just a little bit, the ball sitting down a little bit. So it's going to be sort of interesting for the players when they kind of get up to that ball, see how clean it actually is.
You could really see that, and he's done really well to pick that off and make contact with just the ball there.
That was pretty darn good.
Yeah, and you wonder if, you know, the players playing tomorrow will get into the bunkers and kind of test that out with the tines of the rake, just creating a number of valleys out there. Go down to Benagi with the NC2 putt still in the hole.
Yeah, you want to lag this close, but it's not that straightforward. There's a bit of a ridge. There's quite a few on this green, actually. So it should move to his right, up the hill, and then back down. Pretty tough to judge.
Should do it. Surely. Had to wait a little while, didn't he? Just having a little bit of a practice putt here at Jackson Bird.
Beautiful. Wins the hole with a 4.
So 3 up with 3 to play. So they head to the reachable 16th, which is going to provide so much drama, as is 18 down there with Billy Davis.
Billy's been textbook so far. Fairway off the tee, laid up
Had to
to
wait a
his
little while.
good yardage and being aggressive, hit a great shot. Should spin back right off that mound. Fantastic shot from Billy. He's 1 up in this match, so he's in full control. He's got 10 feet for birdie.
And no one's led by more than 3 holes at a time. The margin's only been 1 in that. In favour of USA's, we go to Kylie Chong at 16.
Difficult, really hard, Ali. Sort of 30 yards with no green to play with you. There's a case to go left, but I think you just go right of this. Take the other bunker out of play, so you've got not so much to carry. But it probably will leave you a longer putt if you play a great one. Oh my word. You've won the lottery there. In you go.
Oh my word.
How about that, Hunter?
That is insane. You can't even put into words how good that was, and how I think she took it right, like you said, to go right kind of at it. If it goes right and short, well, then you're just kind of still putting up the hill and you can get a 4 and maybe get out of there.
I think there's probably about half a foot, maybe even less, maybe about a pound's width you could actually land that on. What a shot.
Unbelievable stuff from Kylie Chong there.
Sort of the beauty of match play here, right? She's in, her partner's on the green, and she's in just no man's land, and all of a sudden the script flipped that fast to where she might be putting, you know, for birdie inside of her opponent. We don't even know yet. It's just amazing how match play works.
I mean, that just drifted through the fringe, literally last roll. I think Francesca Fiolini will be happy to get this inside that 8 feet range. This is really difficult up and over the slope. It's actually 2 ridges to go across. And you're also dealing with psychologically, you were thinking 2 putts, you'd probably win the hole. It's almost switched the other way right now. This is interesting to watch.
you can see the color difference in the green, right? And that represents kind of the slope she's going over.
Needed a running start before that one. That's pretty good. Hails from only about 15 miles from here. She'll have lots of friends and family.
How about that? A little home game in the Junior Ryder Cup. That's amazing. That's very cool for her. Making up for his past mistake.
I think we found the joker in the pack.
Yeah, pretty happy after that 4-2 victory. Sean Keeling over to 18, the fourth for Wernicke.
And this has got to go. And he gave it a good try, but that had to go in for him.
That was a well-played match by both those players. Very cool. That was a great match by those guys.
It's going to be a win to Billy Davis up there. So 1.5 points today from the Davis brother and sister, the twins. How cool is that? Okay, back to 16.
And possibly for the up and down of the day, if not the week for Chong. Maybe just on the right edge. It's a slow one.
Whoa. Shot of the day there, and the up and down of the day. Incredible stuff there to get a birdie. Could maybe even finish it here. We'll see what Francesca does.
Always one straight to the highlights reel. Something she'll remember forever, Kylie Chong. That is a world-class up and down.
Like you said, Hunter, in match play, you're walking to the back of the green, looking where she is in that bunker, thinking, all right, come on, we'll get it back. We'll take it to 17 if I can two-putt this. And all of a sudden, it's just, she's turned it on its head.
Now she has a putt to extend the match. Like, she thought she was going to have this to win the hole and kind of getting some momentum back. It's amazing how fast that changed.
Yeah, you know that feeling. The hole's definitely shrinked in size. A little bit left to right on this completely different putt through the shadow, left to right, trying to drop it in that left side. Well done. Great standard.
That's a fantastic putt. I mean, mentally, that is so difficult to compose yourself after that. That's fantastic, that is.
I think she'll save her. That way she's actually got to go back and rake the bunker. Kylie Chong there. It's a little bit of work to do before she goes to 17, but as you can see out in that penultimate game, she goes there with a 2-up lead. She's guaranteed at least half a point from day 3 singles. How fun it is for us to watch the talent that's next to come in golf.
Is Benagi having a go at 16 here with 3-wood. He doesn't like it by the sound of it. And that's not too bad a miss. He's very passionate. I like it.
Okay, that was a perfect example of, like, okay, you hit it and you were just terrified that you just lost a hole, and now he's going to go up there knowing, oh, I'm in a great spot now. This is fine. We're totally fine.
Bird also going for this drivable par 4.
And he too finds the sand down there.
Yeah, probably in between clubs there, right? You know, he's probably like, I don't want to hit driver and smoke it over the green, but 3-wood's not quite enough, and kind of was right in between there.
Beat Dad, Jonathan, for the first time when he was 14, Jackson. That must have stung. He would have loved it though, Jonathan, wouldn't he?
He would have loved it, probably not right at the moment. On the green, he lost that.
Yeah. So pretty from overhead. A couple of the scores over on the right. We've got just the 2 matches still going, those final 2 out there here on Thursday. Marco Simone. It looks so much flatter from overhead than it is when you walk it.
I push sliced it. I had a nice drive off the first actually. Wait.
2023, folks. This is how we communicate. They're literally talking to each other right now, but they have to do it through the phone. They don't know how to actually look at each other. So it was probably weird talking to their caddy. It was like, where's your phone? What's your number? So I can text you the yardage. Well, before you hit the shot. Where's the wind? W.
Taking some big strides down there, trailing though in this match. He's 3 down, Jackson Bird, the Georgian.
The age of some of these kids, right? Miles, the best junior in the country, 14 years old, the best women's players, 15 years old. The U.S. squad is really young, and it's amazing to see the talent of these young players put in this position and see them play so well.
177, Golden Roy match play, 2 up, 2 to play. Kylie Chung hit the green. Put the pressure on your opponent. Wind slightly helping out of the right. Front pin location, so she can go at this.
Headed way right. Not the easiest of equations ahead of Chong there.
No, I don't see Chong getting up and down. She'll do well to hit the green from there. It just depends how far up it's got. If it's got to pin high, she won't have much green from there, Ali. Fiorlini, the door is open to certainly take this match down the last anyway. Do you play the opponent? Do you play the course? I think first up you hit this green and just see what happens. The club of help at the minute. It's actually cooled down a little bit. I think it's in between sort of 5 and 6. So you just carry that front bunker. There's a nice wall behind this flag, so it will stop it going up on that top tier.
Right, a popular spot today. I think people were afraid of that left side and the ball kind of kicking and rolling way left, but that right is really up and down. Everything is rolling against you. It's going to be really challenging to get those really even on the green.
I love that. Just good extension, no holding back.
This front right bunker is the perfect miss. You've got green to work with.
Very nice indeed. Needs it, Jackson Bird. Needs to win this hole to keep it on going.
Well, we've got Banagi up next. And this is a slightly nicer lie, I would say. More on an upslope, which will help him get this ball up in the air quickly. If he lands this short, just a couple of feet onto the green, everything slopes away from you, so I'd imagine he's going to be quite aggressive with this one, looking to fly it most of the way up, and you're pitching it on a back to front slope, then it will stick quickly.
Superb there.
Yeah, puts Jackson Bird, I was going to say Jonathan Bird, but puts Jay Bird in a tough spot. You know, being 3 down with 3 to go, he has to win this hole to extend the match. So it was well played by his opponent, by Giovanni.
It is worth another look. Especially after a little pressure was applied from his opponent.
Yeah, you know how match play is, and you do not want to open that door at all, and that's the thing. You don't want to, if you can end the game as quick as you can, you want to end that game.
very well all end here. Depends on whether this drops, you think, for Jackson. Great up and down, given the situation. But will birdie be enough at 16? It's going to provide us so much excitement throughout the weekend to come as well. Just this left to take the match for Giovanni Binaghi. And a great celebration too.
The fans have kind of rolled out now, and it's cool for these players to be surrounded by so many people and kind of be on the home turf for some of these players. It's really neat to kind of feel all that emotion, and feel the fans, and feel this energy, and to be it on a golf course of this caliber is so cool.
And to do it in your home country this week is going to be such a source of pride for Italy. How long till we see him in the big Ryder Cup?
That reaction is fantastic. We're going to see a lot of that the next few days, and I love seeing that. And like we said, that your own individual point is so important to these guys.
3-2 victory in the end for Binaghi. Congratulations to him out in that final match. Just the one left now. Go to 17 with Kylie Chong.
Well, she had one miracle, was hoping for another one there. I mean, that was a really tough spot. We didn't even see her club. We barely saw her shoes in the thickness of that rough. So very challenging stuff.
Yeah, it was nearly another miracle, actually. It wasn't far away, Hunter. She really had very little at all. She was playing right. As Francesca's doing, I think it's the right play. Use that bank that I mentioned off the tee just to try and stun the ball, because it will feed all the way back to the hole. Fiolini's lie is actually good. So she can get some height on this. This is what's needed.
We've seen some players take some just big swings from just around the green, knowing that they have to hit it so high up in the air, put so much speed on it, and they're also trying to use a lot of the slope to kind of slow the ball down. It's going to be a precursor to what we're going to see this week.
And when you're playing these type of shots, there's not much room for error, is there, Hunter?
No, especially you really got to be really, really good at judging the lie. If you can't judge the lie properly, you can't really be aggressive into your shot.
So why don't we hear from our most recent winner on the European side, Giovanni Binaghi, the Italian, just 16 years of age, got the win over Jackson Bird. He's with NC.
Giovanni, congratulations. I mean, this must feel absolutely amazing. Can you describe it for us?
Yeah, it's been an amazing week with all my teammates. And the captain, it's incredible. He has a beautiful, he gives us a lot of energy, and it's been amazing. And winning this match with this birdie and a great round today, it's been amazing.
Speaking of energy, you're clearly a very passionate guy. What motivates you?
Well, the thing that this is a team match, it motivates me a lot to give more for the team. And also my dad is my coach. He gives me a lot of motivation to do the best.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure it was fun hearing all the crowd out there. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this week, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sure his family would have made the drive down. Lives not far away from Lake Como, way up in the north of Italy, but it was worth the watch, worth the journey. In a moment he's going to remember forever.
Oh, without doubt. And just look at the celebration. I absolutely love it. I love the passion, and that's what we don't get as golfers much, the team format and games, and this is why these weeks and these days are so special.
Yeah, you're always working on controlling your emotions in golf because you're playing 4 rounds. It's such a grind. It's such a mental grind. So you need to save your energy as much as you can. And in these events, you can just be as emotional as you want because you've got a partner and you're just letting it go to be the best and just beat the person next to you.
to 17 to win the hole with a par, Fiorellini.
Yeah, to take this down the last alley, just sort of through the little bowl that's in the middle of this front section at 17. Not a huge amount in this. It almost breaks the other way at the end, sort of left to right, right to left. So pace is key here.
Absolutely massive. She's going to see all 18. Fiorellini trying to fight it out to the death.
That's awesome, that is. You know, the 2-putt on 16 to come and knock that putt in and take it to 18. Absolutely brilliant. And has time for a signature as well. This is amazing.
Incredible timing. Incredible she did say no. She's like, well, I'm kind of in a, I got something to, where to go right now, my friend, but nice enough to do it for him.
It does have that kind of sense to it, doesn't it? Watching day 3 singles, getting to know all of these players, that there's going to be many people in the years to come to say, I was there when, I saw them when. And I wonder who it's going to be from these 24 players out there representing the USA and Europe, doing such a good job of it here. Playing Marco Simone, the host, right before the Ryder Cup, the day before. Just the one match left out there. Kylie Chong, 1 up, going down 18. Feels so fitting to see Fiorellini, who hails from about 30 minutes from here, seeing all 18 holes at Marco Simone.
And just as she's walking up, and they're walking up to the 18th tee, the only game that's still going here, and everyone, all the teammates, everyone's going to be by the 18th green. That's a really cool way to finish.
And being in her home country, being just 30 minutes down the road, obviously they put the 2 Italians second to last and last. I think it was really an ode to the country and the fans and the players and the people. And it's you forget, you know, this is a great competition, but man, the experience that these kids are getting and being together, and one of the great gifts I got from golf was traveling and to see the world and see all these cultures and the experiences that came from that. It's just, you can't put it into words, and you can't pay for something like that.
Looking down the right, Fiorellini. Hunter mentioned it earlier. A lot of scenarios left at 18. It's a classic finish here. Bunker down the left, pretty much in play, so anything right of that will be just fine. Try and use 1 or 2 of those sort of steps to kick the ball forward, get an extra 20 or 30. Amazing atmosphere, as you mentioned. Everyone's hanging around watching this game. This has been some match.
Scoots its way through to the rough. Going to have some choices ahead with the second. I think that might have actually made the choice for her. What's Kylie Chong got?
Yeah, I think you're right. Just whether she's got enough firepower to get there in 3. All about the lie, isn't it, round here? A little bit more room off the right, really, I think, than you can see. And with the breeze from that side, you can test that side and catch that slope. But it's a clever bunker. It's just sort of staring at you. Pearly white sand. It's like a magnet.
Just like you said, Wally, very easy to get drawn into that trap down the left.
There's going to be a lot of rivalry between these two in the years to come. One going to USC, one going to UCLA in the NCAAs. Just scooted through to the bunker for Chong, but as we know, sometimes the bunkers are best around Marco Simone.
Also, I'd say on 18, the nice thing is this is a hilly golf course, and you know you're at the top of it and you're walking down 18, not up it.
Looks so quiet down there, doesn't it? But there's a couple of players out on the golf course, including a particular Norwegian as well. Over to Victor Hovland at the 5th on the tee, the short par 4. Little sneak preview of the European team.
Yeah,
Just
right.
Oh, no! 3-wood 1 on a par 4.
Wrong day.
Hello.
Wrong day.
Smooth as could be. He's like, what? No big deal. That's just what I do nowadays.
An albatross for Victor Hovland.
Matt Fitzpatrick, like, I have to hit next? Why? I think that just
Once in a lifetime, those kind of shots, if you're lucky. Well, that was worth watching. Oh, he's just made someone stay there. Not sure they landed the catch from the sounds of the reaction.
It's good knowing the prep is going well. He's got the right club for that hole.
Yeah, write that down. What do we hit there? Landed perfectly. My goodness. I mean, it rolled in like a putt. I mean, it was so good. So, an alternate shot, he will be teeing off on that hole. I think we can kind of pencil that one in for sure.
If he wasn't, the plans just changed. Okay, back to the action in the Junior Ryder Cup. Fiorellini.
Got about 130, Ali, to the bunkers down the left. Doesn't sound much, but the lie's not great. Don't believe from the lie she has she can reach the ones on the right, so you have to make sure you hit this one down the right just to give herself a one across to the green for 3. It's a par 5, remember.
Just snuck it past that trap there, and now it's all good.
Come out like a rocket, Beef. Caught a bit of a flyer. It's done really well. That has sort of added the pressure.
I think that could be a really interesting thing, Wally, about flies, and when this grass gets really dry because of the heat, you might see a few, and they're going to be difficult to judge out of that rough.
They will be, but there are a way of sort of almost trying to play them sometimes. You know, you sort of put the face a fraction and play the hook. Nice lie for Kylie Chung. This is okay, but I don't believe she'll get anywhere near her opponent's ball. Up the face a little.
Good shot. Just on the right side of the fairway. Good angle into that hole. She's still 1 up. She's still in control of this match. Her partner has to beat her. So she's doing all the right things. Now she's back in the fairway, and they're kind of in the same similar spot. So still has the opportunity to get a full point for herself and her team.
I think she's enjoying the moment, though, as they should be. Headed down the last at the Ryder Cup venue. Kylie Chong's 1 up.
Yeah, lovely action there. Just looking at that, and it's always one of the fairway bunkers. You just got to make sure you take the ball first and get it going down that fairway.
It's always the first rule, ball first. But she had great quiet feet there, right? Her feet were really soft in the sand, and just kind of more of an arm swing, and got a good clean contact, and did exactly what she's supposed to do, which is get the ball back in play and get it in the right position.
Needs something down the last, Francesca Fiorellini.
tell you, Ali, she's in a good position to do it. There's 40 yards between these two balls.
Beef, just rangefinder's just going to be a part of the tour eventually, part of professional golf. I mean, we see them almost everywhere now. We just saw Francesca use it.
You got to think so, but like, you know, when you get your yardage books and you want to know, okay, it's 150 yards to the pin, but where is that front bunker? How much room have I got behind something? And you need the planners as well to give yourself that, all the information you need, right?
We can see her caddy and her talking, and even though they know the yardage, they're still talking about the shot, giving so much information on it. It helps from just a numbers perspective, but there's a lot to the shot, and there's a lot you want to know, as you said, more than just a number. You need to know a lot of numbers to kind of come up with your plan.
Just under 160 total agreement. It's nice to know the number, but the greens, they're firming up a little bit. You need to know the runoffs. Just needs to carry on this front edge of the green here. Just on a little bit of a downslope for Kylie Chong. Looking just down this right side, it will camber right to left. A chance to get up and down.
Good shot, Fiorellini out right now. Threw a dart straight out, it chases through a little. That's no easy two-putt from back there. The door ajar, perhaps, for the Italian.
Yeah, very much so. More of a down slope though, Ali. But 40 yards nearer, more importantly. Just need to be aggressive on these. Just stay on your left side. You want to be backing off these. You will catch them a little heavy. There's plenty of room right. From this sort of distance, you will get a little bit of spin. It will possibly just kick a little left on its first and second bounce. So there's no real need to go at this. Use the contours to your advantage.
Oh, a great shot in a big moment there for Fiorellini.
That was my next question to you, Hunter. If you're in that position, are you hitting first, or would you like to hit second there? What would you be thinking?
I would always want to hit first. That would be the first, my instinct, and I thought when she won the last hole, going first off the tee was going to be a great advantage for her. But and she kept herself down there, and watching her opponent, it looks like that downhill lie kind of shot that ball for Kylie, and it looks like she hit a great shot just like she wanted. But it was great that she saw that, and now she can be super aggressive, knowing that, you know, she's going to struggle just to make 5. I can get this in there. I think that definitely kind of helped her kind of momentum and focus into, I've got an opportunity, I got a chance. I mean, that face, right? I mean, she's grinding away at this, knowing that it's all done. You know, we've won. But even then, it's winning that point for herself. It's so cool.
It's the personal pride, the passion, and it's a memory where you look back on, and you want to look back on it and think, yeah, I won that match.
Oh, 100%.
Such a bonding experience. Weeks like this, many of the young girls played last week as well, over in Spain in the Junior Ryder Cup, Junior Solheim Cup, I should say. Never seen them back to back in consecutive weeks. Tense moments, Anthony.
Well, they are tense moments, but the Europeans are sort of coming up 9, so there's an awful lot more people appearing around this 18th green. So these are memories forever for these fine golfers. And like you mentioned, they're going to be battling for years to come. So you would imagine Europe on a half here, more than ever, for bragging rights for years to come. But like you mentioned, this putt for Kylie up the hill is a slow one, breaking left to right about halfway. About where they are now. Memories, like you mentioned, Hunter, travelled the world playing golf. What an experience. Doesn't get any better than this, does it, at this age?
Not at all. I mean, it's just hearing all the big tournaments that these players have played in, and they're only 17, 18 years old. Some are 14, 15 years old. That's just so cool. Such great experience. I mean, man, that experience takes your golfing experience. Really, it feels like they might be 15 years old, or actually 20, 21 years old because of all the things they've accomplished and been a part of.
An outside chance to win the match.
Yeah, as we said, going back up that hill is very slow, really difficult to hit that as hard as you need to.
Yeah, the pin today in kind of the middle plateau. There's risers at the front, good view here, and then it falls away to another section of the green for the last 15 or so paces.
When you get a putt like that where it's going up the hill for 2/3 of it and back over, you're worried about running it 6 foot past or so. It's very easy to do that as well.
So a chance here for Fiorellini to tie the match.
And you got to think they've been playing at another golf course for the 2 days, so they actually haven't been here for a while. So that touch and that feel, it's very hard to do when you got greens with this much slope and they're this fast.
Very makeable, Hunter off the right. Pace built in for Fiorellini. She's just hold from 8 foot on the last to take it to the last. You wouldn't back against this one. All her friends hanging around the back of the green, they're waiting to jump around and cheer.
Can the Roman do it at home?
That was awesome. That was cool.
Wow. Wow. What a way to finish that.
How cool to have the opportunity and to succeed under that kind of pressure for the local. It's a tied match. It's going to feel like a win. You can see it does. And what a day of golf it's been.
That will feel like a win. I mean, where's she come from 16 and having the pressure to two-putt that, win 17, win 18. I mean, absolutely phenomenal last 3 holes there. And to knock a putt in like that and everyone come on the green, what a moment for her.
In front of her hometown fans here, just growing up not that far, have the opportunity to play in front of your family and friends like that. That is so, so cool. Happy for her and Team Europe.
Go on, get in there, Europe.
Europe, 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 Europe! Europe! Europe!
Tough to pick the quiet one in the bunch, but we know who's not. This is going to be one of the highlights of the week. Birdieing the last in front of family, friends, all her teammates to tie the match against Kylie Chung. Well done, Francesca Fiorellini.
I love that. Just look at the reaction of the rest of the team as well.
You couldn't write it, could you?
very cool. I mean, 3 days of really grinding, right? I mean, and some of these girls played last week. I mean, it's been an emotional 2 weeks for them, playing so much golf, such highly competitive golf. And to see, you can just see it on her face. It's so cool to see it, to do it and where she is, sort of in her life and her career, and doing it at home like this. I mean, that's so amazing.
I've got chills.
That is so special. And like you said, what a couple of weeks for them to play in the Junior Solheim Cup, Junior Ryder Cup.
And what great pictures they are. They'll watch the coverage back. They'll enjoy the viewing, as have we. It was an emphatic victory for Europe. But even after the Junior Ryder Cup had been won, they went on to play their best, to play their hardest. And it came down to the Roman at home, holing a birdie putt, down 18 in front of everyone. Which of these names are we going to see on the biggest stage of golf in the next decade? I think there might be quite a few, Beef.
So many good players we've seen today. You wouldn't write any of them off, seeing them in the future, and look forward to seeing them in the future as well.
So just recapping, we've got a 14-year-old number one in Miles Russell over in the US, a 15-year-old number one in Gianna Clement, both who struggled in their matches today, but that just goes to show how impressive Chris Kim and Maya Ortengren were out there to take them on. We've got twins in Billy Davis and Anna Davis, who played this week for the very first time, played with each other as well. So let's take a little look back on the day while we have a moment. Out in the first game, the aforementioned Anna Davis to get up early on. Went the way in the end. It kind of swung back and forth for the last 12 of these. This is on 13 to tie it up for Tejado. So consecutive holes there. Then at 18 to tie the match. In it went for Anna Davis, half for her, half for Tejado. Such a talent, Helen Bream. Impressive out there. She never trailed in this match against Jana Wilson, one of USA's best. 2-1 victory for the German.
Kim Russell, and this is his putt 14 to win the match, and he was very impressive. He really looked sort of years above his age.
His mum played on the LPGA. He's got a lot of knowledge to lean on. To 12, Revelta. This was the winning moment for Europe. That'll go down in the record books. 8 and 6. Some fabulous golf out in her match over Riley Knobb. Just ran into a freight train today, Riley. She was flying.
Keeling for eagle here on 9. Wow, rolls it right in the middle. He played some great golf about the last 8-9 holes. 2 eagles, 2 birdies. Really impressive stuff from Sean Keeling.
4-2 victory for Keeling. This one was close as well. Went down the last. Chen for birdie to tie the match. So half a point each way. The match ebbed and flowed. Good from Team USA to get a half out of it though.
Benargi knocking his putt in for eagle. This was a really fiery battle between Bird and Benargi here, and 2 great up and downs on 16 to win. And just look at the celebration. Says it all.
It's been quite vocal today and a fun watch, Benargi. So from one Italian to another in a match against Kylie Chong. How good was this, Hunter?
One of the best up and downs I've seen maybe ever. I mean, just nothing in front of her. You know where she's going to land it. And of course, she finds a way to hit it within 5 feet. And just an incredible shot. Really put the pressure on Francesca, and she came right back and rolled in her birdie putt. And then on 17, 2 down, makes that to get it, to take it to 18. And then this on 18 to get a half a point right in the middle. Incredible from the Italian.
So good, so fun and so promising. So here's how it all looks at the end of day 3 singles in the Junior Ryder Cup, played over 3 days for the very first time, played at the Ryder Cup venue for the very first time as well. 20.5 points to 9.5 from the USA, who just ran into an incredibly dominant European side. Let's throw it down to Josh Antman for the presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Junior Ryder Cup prize presentation. I'm sure all of you who have followed the players for the last 3 days and today as well would have seen just how exceptional the golf has been today. Can we please give a round of applause to all 24 players in this year's Junior Ryder Cup. I would like to welcome the President of the Italian Golf Federation, Mr. Franco Clemente, to award this year's Junior Ryder Cup to the winners, Team Europe. Congratulations, Team Europe. I'm going to invite over the captain of this year's European Junior Ryder Cup team, Stevie Gallagher, to come and have a few words. Well, after this.
Josh is going to have to wait a little moment because this is going straight to the mantelpiece for all these players, and Stephen Gallagher. It would be really special for him to be a part of it as well. Gives so much back to the game. Sounds like we're going to grab him now.
Yeah, we're good to go, mate.
Right. Stephen Gallagher. I was sorry, there was very important photos there. How proud of you are you of these 12 players?
Yeah, very proud. I mean, from the onset, the team spirit's been amazing, and I think in team golf that's a massive, important part of it. And I can't thank the kids enough. They've been absolutely fantastic. Everything we asked for them, they've delivered. So I'm so proud of them. Do you think the future of European golf is in good hands with these 12 players? I think the future of world golf with both teams is in good hands, to be honest. I've been blessed. I've had a front row to watch the future world number ones, and you know, in both their genders, and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed my week. The golf's been spectacular, and I'm just delighted that we came out victorious.
I know you told the players to fight their nerves today. I've got to ask you, how are your nerves all week?
Well, I was just trying to fight my nerves. I've never been more nervous in my life, to be honest. Said that to Captain Paul. It's out your own hands, and you just want them to win so much and do so well. So a different experience for me.
Steve, many congratulations. Go and enjoy the celebrations.
Thanks very much.
Thanks. Ali, back to you.
They will be well earned. Remember the last time Europe won the Junior Ryder Cup, it was a decade before. Stephen Gallagher played his in 2014. It's been a long time coming. How sweet it is.
Oh, so sweet. And you can really relate to him, you know, when you're in the mix, there's nerves, but when you have no control in what you're doing and it's up to them, yeah, I bet your nerves are way worse.
Hunter, it's been good viewing today. Your thoughts on the day 3 singles?
Well, it felt like it was quite a lot to ask out of these juniors and these players to come to a Ryder Cup venue. Of course, they haven't played in a few days. With the conditions, the fairways and greens are just absolutely immaculate, but the rough and the thickness out of it, they probably never really experienced, and they've talked about that, how difficult it was. And just the situations that they were in, being down, being up, going through all these things, to see them kind of push through and persevere is really, really neat. It was just so cool to see their spirit and their energy, and to see golf in its kind of purest form, just playing for each other and playing for your country.
This is the winning moment for Europe. Andrea Revelta in an 8-6 victory. And that's the final moment there. Francesca Fiorellini, who hold the putt at the last beef, win number 1 of the week for Europe.
Yeah, win number 1. A long way to go for win number 2. I think looking at the next 3 days are going to be absolutely epic, and we're going to see putts going in like that, big celebrations, and one team's going to be doing this, but I can't tell you who, because I think it sets up to be an absolute classic.
A worthy 24 players, should be said, to get this opportunity here today. They'll never forget it. And we'll remember, I think, in years to come, the people when we saw them for the very first time, these young junior players. The view from overhead at Marco Simone. And they'll be able to watch it all the next 3 days. They'll have a front row seat to the Ryder Cup as well. So here's the final standings, 20.5 points to Europe. 9.5, they had a clean sweep yesterday, Europe, in the 4 balls as well. Number of the matches were mixed. So great to see. And it's been a pleasure to have your company for the Junior Ryder Cup. It took, well, just under 20 years for Europe to do it since the last time that came in 2004 when Rory McIlroy was on the team. So many congratulations to Captain Stephen Gallagher and his formidable 12 this week. It's been a joy to watch. The next generation here today, how bright the future looks in golf.